social media channel. CBS's Allison Keyes with the latest.
Republican South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, a longtime ally of the president who was once viewed as a potential vice presidential candidate, called the video the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. Republican Senator Roger Wicker of Massachusetts called the post racist and called for an apology from the White House. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called Trump vile and unhinged. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
The video has been taken down. The search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, is now in its sixth day. A deadline and an apparent ransom note came and went last night, but the FBI confirms the note offered another deadline on Monday, and it contains a demand for a large amount of cryptocurrency. CBS's Andres Gutierrez.
There are two things that they're trying to figure out here with this letter. Did it actually come from the abductors who took Nancy Guthrie, or can it also help move this investigation forward?
Nancy Guthrie's son is the latest family member to release a video message pleading for a way to communicate with those who may have taken her. A frontal system is moving through the Great Lakes and Northeast, delivering moderate snowfall through the start of the weekend. But meteorologist Craig Allen warns
there's the possibility of winds gusting over 50 miles per hour. Wind advisories are now in effect for many portions of the Northeast.
Work on the Gateway program's Hudson River Tunnel construction winds down after the Trump administration freezes federal funding. Democratic U.S. Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey.
This project is a stretch of train that isn't just vital for New York and New Jersey. It is vital for the entire northeastern corridor.
Gateway is supposed to build new commuter rail tunnels between New York and New Jersey and upgrade the 100-year-old Amtrak tunnels that get trains from Boston to Washington, D.C. The U.S. and Iran have held indirect talks in Oman. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi sounded positive afterwards.
I think our negotiation with the U.S. delegation was done in a good atmosphere. We were able to exchange our viewpoints, to express our concerns and our interests for a possible deal between the two sides on our nuclear question.
The opening ceremony for the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics in Italy is underway at San Siro Soccer Stadium. And on Wall Street, the Dow surges over 2% and hits 50,000 mark for the first time. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
KIRO Newsradio's Luke Ducey is in San Francisco with Hawks fans, and we'll hear from him right after a look at your KIRO News Radio traffic. We've got the all clear across the region this noon hour, except, of course, for our steady Revive I-5 backup heading north through downtown Seattle. Plan on about 8 minutes to clear this backup, which starts just north of Mercer Street across the Ship Canal. South 5 heading into Seattle looking good, as do both of our lake bridges. A reminder, State Patrol is conducting a training exercise right now at the Mukilteo Ferry Terminal until about 1:30. This is during an already scheduled closure at the terminal for repair work. Here are some drive times. Tacoma to Olympia, just a half hour. Federal Way to Seattle, 20 minutes. Bellevue to Everett, 25 minutes. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Hawks fans have flocked to San Francisco to cheer on the team. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is in the city by the bay.
12s have flooded downtown San Fran, invading enemy territory with their blue and action green.
It's been really fun.
100%. You can see the 12s from everywhere. Yeah. And then I think I hear more Go Hawks than anything else.
Yeah. Security around the 4-block radius at the NFL's fan experience is tight. Officers and canine units on every corner. That's not stopping 12s from partying before the big game, some 50 miles south in Santa Clara. In San Francisco, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
The State Department is rolling out a new FIFA Pass system for foreign travelers coming to the U.S. for the World Cup. Deputy spokesperson Mignon Houston tells the Jason Rantz Show on Seattle Red 770 AM how it works.
It allows them to go in the FIFA World Pass system and put their information for their ticket, and then they can get a prioritized appointment for their visa.
They will still be subject to the same screening as anyone else before their visa is granted. She says the State Department is working with many other agencies to keep the World Cup and Super Bowl secure. An explosion of unlicensed food carts in Snohomish County has the Everett City Council considering making it a crime to operate one.
I'm Jillian Raftery. Law-abiding food truck owners have complained that pop-up taco stands and others are undercutting prices, leaving a trail of trash and sometimes food poisoning in their wake. The proposed fix from the Everett City Council would list specific requirements for mobile food vendors. Not following those would be a misdemeanor. If the rule is approved, police could fine or arrest workers at the stand and even confiscate equipment. But there's an exemption for kids running things like lemonade stands.
It's a slow recovery for the 5 people who were injured when police say a woman drove drunk and plowed through the front door of a grocery store in Bremerton.
Then the car came through, clipped me, and pushed me up against the other register, pinned me, and then kept driving, and they released me, and I fell down to the ground.
That's Savannah Kohler, who told KIRO 7 TV she feels lucky to be alive after the incident Wednesday, but her recovery is expected to take months. The driver was arrested. Well, we all knew he was a star. Now Seahawks wideout Jackson Smith-Njigba has been named Offensive Player of the Year by the Associated Press.
Touchdown, Seahawks! JSN on the left side, wide open, and you love to see defensive backs stop and look at each other and say, who the hell was supposed to cover him? He was wide open.
JSN led the NFL with a franchise record 1,793 receiving yards this season, which was the 8th most in a single season in league history. He's the 4th player in Seahawks history to win an NFL Offensive or Defensive Player of the Year award. And now look at your KIRO News Radio weather. Another spring-like day before rain enters the picture this weekend. Today's high right around 60. Saturday rainy and 53, and then Sunday scattered showers and 50. Partly sunny and 52 right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Happy Friday to you, Jake Skorheim, sitting here with Spike O'Neill. Happy Friday, Spike.
Happy Blue Friday, buddy.
Happy Blue Friday.
Happy Blue Friday.
A couple days away.
The day before.
So excited. It's going to be great. Seahawks, everybody's excited. We're going to talk with Luke Ducey, who is down in Santa Clara right now, walking around, seeing all this stuff. Talking to fans.
NFL experiences in downtown San Francisco, right?
Oh, is that where they're at?
Yeah,
downtown San Francisco.
Yeah, because the ballpark, of course, is outside of town because the land was cheaper. We understand the dynamic, yeah.
An hour out of town?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, can I ask something? This Monday will be a moment at our home. Mm-hmm. Regardless of how the game turns out, Monday I'm taking down my Christmas lights.
What?
They've been up since the Seahawks made the playoffs.
What month is it?
It's
February.
Not
in February?
It's February. And my wife thinks...
I'm so glad we're not neighbors.
My wife...
I like you as a person, but good Lord. It's February, Spike.
I have seen... When you drive home, when you drive around your neighborhood, you don't see anybody with Christmas lights up?
If I do, I look at them and I go, these people are nuts.
These people are 12s.
No.
I guarantee you... Well, that's when my wife says the same thing. I can tell you that... 12%. I'm going to just grab a number out of the air.
Just out of the ether, just a
in
totally
my community.
In
my community, no, but I bet 1 in 10.
Okay.
I bet 10% of the people I look at still have their lights up around my neighborhood.
What on earth are they thinking?
I see that the Hawks are in the playoffs, and it's very superstitious. I started this back in the teens, and it worked. And I did it this year, and it worked. I've kept my Christmas. There are two houses on my street.
To be fair, you also ate dirt, and the Mariners didn't win.
I'm
the
a
World
superstitious
Series.
guy. That's true. I can't just remember the good
Golly.
stuff.
It's too late. I got to tell you, it's
if
you got to be kind to your neighbors.
Folks out there, my neighbor doesn't mind my Christmas lights. He knows why. He's a fan.
Do you guys still have a giant skeleton up?
No.
Okay, you did take that down.
We pulled him down.
All right, that's at least respectful.
If my wife would have let me, I'd have put a 12 jersey on that big boy. My next door neighbor, by the way, has his 12-foot skeleton up with blue and green lights on it now.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Boy, he sounds
right
like
next
a real
door.
Peach.
He's wonderful.
A real peach.
The Muckleshoot Resort Casino.
Casino Resort.
Yeah, Casino Resort. I want to make sure I get that right.
Text line 888-973-5476.
Am I alone? Have I lost my mind?
Yes.
I guarantee you we're going to get some people saying yes.
They're going to say yes, you've lost your mind.
Oh, fair. That's likely.
No, I'm not trying to be. Obviously, we're in jest. I'm saying you lost your mind in jest. I don't think you've actually lost your mind. Maybe
got to have a mind first.
Maybe like a tiny bit.
Can't
the
lose
Christmas lights in February seem late.
They're playoff lights.
When do you normally take them down?
Oh, between Christmas and New Year.
Right at the end of the season, like if the Seahawks are not looking like they're going to make it in.
If they eliminate it from the playoffs, I take them down.
Okay.
If they don't make the playoffs, I take them down before. All
right.
Boom.
I will. You get a pass. You get a pass this time because the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, and we're also happy about it. People do funny things when your team's in the Super Bowl.
Sure they do.
Just like Washington State Patrol troopers are wearing Seahawks hats. So when you get a ticket, at least you know you're also getting a ticket from a fan of the Hawks.
They say, go Hawks, but go a little slower.
Go a little slower. Here's your ticket.
Yeah.
You asked a good question earlier, though. If you do get pulled over,
right,
are you more likely to avoid a ticket if you're wearing Seahawks gear?
Well, should I? Does it? I'm not going to say wear a hat, go where as fast as you want.
Yeah, no, we don't want you to break the law.
But if I'm rolling out there in my 12 jersey and my Hawk cap, my souvenir Super Bowl Hawk cap that I got from Simply Seattle, am I getting a break? Am I getting a little warning? Am I at least getting a warning?
This is good advice that I will.
Will you take 12 miles off my? How about this? Take 12 miles off my recorded speed. And at least give me that ticket.
That would be nice.
Give me a 12-mile break.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
because
that could lower it.
Look for the trooper with the Seahawk cap on.
If he's
offering
a
12-mile discount on your race.
I would give this advice. I'm going to give this advice to my sons when they start driving, and I would give it to anybody. I think it's a good idea. You want to ingratiate yourself with police officers as much as possible.
I couldn't agree more.
Kindness, respectfulness.
Yes,
They've got an unbelievably difficult job.
Absolutely.
Every time they walk up to a window, they could be dealing with a psychopath who's having a very bad day, and they're putting their lives in danger.
Yep, that's true.
So if you happen to be wearing 12s gear and you notice that he's also or she's also wearing a 12s gear of some kind right now because of this special circumstance,
special time.
Compliment the hat.
You betcha.
Thank them for the work they're doing.
Betcha. Absolutely. Never a bad idea.
You have a much higher likelihood of avoiding a ticket and just getting a warning if you're just a total peach.
Just respect the man doing the job, man or woman doing the job. To your point, it's a tough job every day.
It's a tough job. They get to wear hats. It's fun. I like it. Speaking of cool things, speaking of the Seahawks logo that you might see on these Washington State Patrol trooper hats, there's a really cool article. I did not know the origins of the Seahawks logo, the eagle.
Yeah, the Seahawk.
The Seahawk.
Yeah.
It's like a big Thunderbird, right?
Well, it's an osprey, is what is technically a Seahawk. Is really a bird. It's an osprey.
Okay.
And that is an indigenous bird to the Great Northwest. And the original logo from 76, our 50th year, now celebrating.
That's crazy.
Because they modernized the logo 12, 15, 20 years ago now.
I think it was 2001. They did kind of a revamp.
They modernized. They updated the logo. That original blue and green with the perfect round circle eye.
The classic one.
Yes.
The throwback jerseys that we all love.
Yep.
That logo is a local tribe.
Well, there was a Northwest tribe, and the creator of the logo, when the Seahawks were named by, I think, a public vote, they had a contest to name the team. And that logo was drawn from a photograph. We got the story. It's on My Northwest. You can read about it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I read this a couple months ago. This story
we have pictures,
popped up.
Laura, we can put up too.
That original logo is drawn directly from an indigenous mask.
Like a ceremonial mask.
Yes.
A wooden, big, beautiful mask.
Yep.
And the mask itself is really cool because when it was worn during these ceremonies, it would be worn by somebody who was coming in to dance around the fire. And the mask itself opens up, and there's a man inside wearing the mask.
Much like the Seahawk helmet.
Much like you're right. I didn't even think about that.
That's right.
Much like the helmet.
And we've got a picture on. If you're not joining us on YouTube, first off, shame on you. How many times do I have to tell you?
Shame.
You're getting part of the experience if you're only listening to the show, and we understand if you're working. We get it. But you can go to mynorthwest.com and see this. The original. I mean, it's perfect.
It looks it looks exactly like the logo.
Such a great job.
Yeah, exactly like
it.
Well,
the story on this that's at My Northwest is detailed greatly. The artist who created the design saw this image in a book at the Burke Museum.
Yes.
Right, a book of indigenous art from this region.
Yep. And they had and this was one of them that stood out to him. Yeah. And he was like, all right, I'm drawing directly from this. It's amazing.
And it's beautiful. And the cool part of the story is that when he figured out, long story short, this mask was at a museum in Maine.
Yeah, and they tracked it down.
They tracked it down. and brought it home
and
to the Northwest.
They brought it out here. I think they even brought it to Seattle in 2014, but right now it currently resides up in BC somewhere. It's very interesting. So if you want to read about it, you can check it out on mynorthwest.com. It's a really cool story, and you should see it on the website.
Story,
there.
buddy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, here's one that I don't think is so neat. This is a very weird story, and I just don't know what the way forward is on this. You've seen these self-driving cars, these Waymo cars is one version of it.
Yeah,
people talk about.
I've seen them.
Have you ridden in one?
I have not.
Okay,
I know they're in service in other cities, other markets.
There are other places like Arizona's got a bunch that you can get in a Waymo car and you can drive around. It'll take you on your, it's like an Uber, but there's no person inside.
I've seen they're testing it here now, right? Is that what's going on?
Yes, they have been spotted testing in Seattle and in Bellevue.
I've seen driverless cars, but without any passengers. That means they're just out there.
Yep. There was one.
They're doing property damage, not physical harm.
There was one apparently recently parked at a Link light rail station at Northgate, and people spot them. And they're not hard to spot because they're covered in cameras, and they're, they look like a car from, it's not quite Back to the Future, but there's a lot of stuff on it.
It's not quite Minority Report. Remember those? The driverless cars? You can take a nap on your way to work.
What it is nice. The Minority Report ones were made by Lexus.
Were they?
I believe so.
Okay.
And these ones are, at least the ones that they were highlighting in Seattle, are made by Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Super nice, beautiful cars.
Is that so that when you get into the first time will you do this? For my first question to you, will you be comfortable enough to get in a car where there's no driver?
Well, the reason that I find it, a new twist has been added to the story. I assume that these cars had no human connection.
Well, yeah, they're driverless.
Well, listen to this. Apparently, this was in a committee that was investigating this recently. They talked to the chief safety officer, and he was in Capitol Hill, and he was being asked by a senator about who's helping you with these cars. Is there anybody remotely who's helping with these cars? This is what the chief security officer of Waymo had to say. Oh, here's my audio. My bad. Here you go.
Waymo has critical safety employees who may need to intervene in a split second if a Waymo encounters an unknown dangerous situation located in the United States, but they are outside the United States. In what countries are these employees located?
The Philippines.
Jimmy?
The Philippines.
So they are in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Mr. Pena, that is completely unacceptable. And here's why. Having people overseas influencing American vehicles is a safety issue. The information the operators receive could be out of date. It could introduce tremendous cybersecurity vulnerabilities. We don't know if these people have U.S. driver's licenses.
That was my question about it. You have people who may not know how to operate on our roads.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. There are drive centers, like there are call centers?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
So, because you can pay somebody $12 a week to. Now, do these guys.
There you go.
Do these guys have like headsets on? And they're seeing through the windshield of this Waymo that's in my town.
It sounds like
they've got their hands on a steering wheel 8,000 miles away. That is driving the car in Seattle.
Because you heard them there. They said you have to be able to make a
split-second decision,
interfere or intervene in a split second. Exactly. And so, how could they do that if they weren't sitting there just being passengers virtually?
Yes, they're paying somebody to sit at the wheel.
Why do you think they're doing it in the Philippines and not in Texas?
Because even
it's cheaper in the Philippines.
In Texas, you make $12 an hour, not $12 a month or week, whatever. I'm stereotyping, but
it's probably not 12. It's probably not $12 a month. Wow. Isn't that amazing? And it reminded me, we had a story recently about, do you remember those robots? A couple months back, we had a story about these robots. People were very excited.
The personal assistants.
The personal assistants.
Yes.
And these were like autonomous personal assistants that were supposed to walk around your house and open doors for you and fold your laundry
Menial
and get
labor,
you coffee.
Companionship even, sure.
You could buy them for $20,000 and then there's like a monthly subscription so you could keep this robot in your house and it would do stuff for you. So the Wall Street Journal is like, this is very interesting. We should go talk to somebody about this.
What kind of technology does it take to know?
How have you done this? Yeah, because they're available in 2026.
Yes.
So the Wall Street Journal talked to the guy who invented these robots. They're sitting there with one of these robots, and they figured this out.
Everything I saw Neo do was guided by a skilled pilot.
Teleoperation is essentially
when there is a human in the loop.
And who is the voice I'm hearing right now of Neo?
Hi, I am a remote operator in a different room in the building.
And what's your name?
Turing.
What's your real name?
My real name is Turing.
His name is Turing, like Alan Turing. So he's a remote operator. That's the same thing with these Waymo drivers, it sounds like. I mean, I always thought they were driving around, and that's what an amazing technology. But if it's just a person in the Philippines making 5 cents an hour or whatever they're getting paid.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
Well, I hadn't thought about the security risk, let alone the safety risk.
The safety risk.
Right?
Think of all the conversations also that are happening. You assume you're in a... Now, this is a bad assumption because we all walk around with phones that are recording every single thing we do, which is every time I mention a RV, I start getting ads for
you bet.
Travel America or whatever it is. I imagine when you sit down in one of these taxis, these Waymo cabs or whatever they are, there's nobody in there with you, and you think to yourself, oh, I'm in a quiet space. I can have any conversation I want to have. But that's not the case. We can't be lulled into thinking that we have privacy in these spaces because if there's a person sitting there in the Philippines, I assume everything you do when you get in one of these Waymos is data that they're recording and capturing for future use.
Well, I think it would be essential to safety. If I'm yelling, look out from the back seat, I want Jugdish or wherever the guy is who's driving this somewhere.
Absolutely.
To hear me, you're left.
Yes.
And he's got to hold up the one hand.
And he's got to figure out 100%.
This is, I don't know,
Isn't that wild?
I already had very little confidence in these.
Me too.
I relied on the technology being so good that took the human episode. That was the cell job.
Yeah,
you're taking the human element out of it.
They said, oh, it's so safe because it's not human. Well, wait a minute. Is it not human?
Computer's not going to show up hungover or have a headache or have fought with the other Mrs. Computer at home that day, right?
I got to play you one more clip. This is from the guy, the Neo guy. This applies for Waymo as well, but to a lesser extent. But this is, again, those autonomous robots in your house doing stuff for you.
Sure.
They're supposed to be not human, but apparently are controlled by humans. Listen to what he talked about here.
I think it's quite important for me to just say that in 2026, if you buy this product, it is because you're okay with that social contract.
Okay with
If we don't have your data, we can't make the product better. I'm a big fan of what I call like big brother, big sister principle, right? Big sister helps you. Big brother is just there to kind of monitor you. And we are very much the big sister. Depending on how much you want to trade, we can be more useful. And you decide where on that scale you want to be.
Until you wake up. Here's the problem.
Okay, okay. I got a lot of problems. Which one's you?
There's a lot of problems.
Which one are yours?
The first one that jumped out of me. Just same thing with Waymo, to a lesser extent, because again, Waymo isn't, I guess it's driving you, so I guess it's to the same extent. Humans can err, right?
Yes,
you can have somebody with bad intentions that
Yes.
decides they're going to do something stupid, or they're, like you said, they're fighting with the missus, and they're having a bad day at work, they're distracted, whatever it is. You wake up one morning and you got that Neo robot with his hand under your blanket. That's operated by a person. I'm not saying that happens, but I'm saying, like, what's to stop that from happening if somebody's if it's physically being operated by a human in another country?
I would think there'd be constant maintenance and supervision of the person operating the robot or the car.
Or Waymo decides, you know what? I'm going to take a few extra laps around something and drive around. I don't know why they would do that, but extra money or something. You get in a taxi cab with a person out of town, and they're going to go the different route because they know it's a couple extra bucks.
This isn't the way to the airport.
Yeah.
Well, how do I know? How do I know? I'm in the Philippines. Maybe, okay.
The human element is very
that's unsettling.
weird to me. Because they're not there on site to be held responsible.
Right.
You cannot see these people. They are faceless people.
Well, the company is ultimately responsible for whoever they hire to do this job and how they maintain supervision over this person doing the job.
After the fact, in a lawsuit. In the moment, if you're in a cab with somebody who's having a bad day, they're also going to be at risk of whatever bad driving they suffer in the cab. If somebody's in the Philippines driving you around, they're having a bad day.
Oops.
You're one of, 9 people that they're watching over?
Guess it's back to the call center.
It's weird stuff.
Wow.
Definitely.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. That put me in kind of an icky territory. I don't like it. All right, we got a lot more coming up. You can let us know how you feel about that. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476. We had Jamie Peterson, who's proposing that millionaire's tax. We had him on the show yesterday at 2 o'clock. If you are an early listener to the show, you may not have heard that, so we have a few cuts we want to play and talk about it. And there's also a bunch of new taxes that are being proposed that you're going to hate or love if you love taxes.
Sugar tax. We'll
tell you about it when we come back. Stick around.
Congratulations, Jackson Smith.
He ain't jig, but he's sicker than most when he run the post.
The NFL's AP Offensive Player of the Year, rewriting the Seahawks record books with his electrifying season.
Jansen has it! Touchdown! Seahawks!
And this is where you hear Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call Super Bowl 60 Sunday at 3. KIRO News Radio.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get ready, because it's here. The first huge public online auction of the new year from the James G. Murphy Company. And it's underway now. We're stacked and packed with a vast assortment of heavy construction equipment, trucks, trailers, and more, like 17 excavators, 6 dozers, including a 2012 John Deere 700K XLT, 4 wheel loaders, a grader, a 2021 Kenworth T270 propane delivery truck, a 2023 Volvo Auto Transporter, 6 Peterbilt 567 tractors, 6 dump trucks, forklifts, boom lifts, loaders, graders, and utility trucks. But wait, there's more, like over 100 unused gas-powered excavators, flatbed trucks, and on and on. We are on fire with gear. Preview all items Tuesday and Wednesday, February 10th and 11th at our location in Marysville. Do not miss the first huge public online auction of the new year. Check MurphyAuction.com for all details. MurphyAuction.com. MurphyAuction.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-839-8484. That's 800-839-8484.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
If your home is 20 years old or more, it might be time to have your roof inspected. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and at Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we'll help it last as long as possible. Our trained and licensed crew will evaluate your roof, repairing when we can and offering replacement options only when necessary. Plus, every new install comes protected with a full year of free maintenance on us. Visit GuardianRoofing.com today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars.
to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Well, there are a lot of 12s in San Francisco right now, but many of them don't even have Super Bowl tickets because they can't afford them. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is there.
You know, I met one woman on our flight who got to go to the game only because she won a contest. Otherwise, you know, she wouldn't be here. That said, most Hawks fans came here just to experience these moments at a Super Bowl.
And everywhere I go, including Europe, I've heard "Go Hawks" or "Caw-caw" all over the place, and I love it. It's family.
I mean, 12 travels well, and it feels good that Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl in San Francisco, and it's kind of like a rub in some of their faces a little bit.
In San Francisco, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Thousands of students walked out of class around the region yesterday to protest national immigration crackdowns, but in Marysville, students at Lakewood High School ended theirs after a man threatened them. According to accounts reported by the Herald, a man was waiting in an intersection in a red car near the peaceful sidewalk demonstration when he started shouting at them. Parents say that's when they confronted him and tried to take pictures of his license plate. He said he had a gun and would shoot them. Police are investigating. Governor Bob Ferguson had the basketball buzz churning after a meeting with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver yesterday. KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bilyeu explains.
There are still a lot of hurt feelings about the Supersonics' departure more than 15 years ago. Just ask Steve Pyatt, founder of the Save Our Sonics movement, which tried to keep them in Seattle.
It was political malfeasance that happened here.
Out of nowhere, a glimmer of hope, all based on this, the governor's calendar, a meeting with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who's spoken about an expansion to Seattle as recently as December.
We are looking at Seattle. We've looked at other markets as well.
So what's up with the meeting? The governor's office got back to us. They told us this was an introductory meeting held at the governor's request. They say the pair had, quote, a good conversation and that the governor offered to be helpful.
If you're around the Mukilteo Ferry dock today, you might notice a huge police presence. It's just a training exercise put on by the Washington State Patrol.
The training itself is just to get as many people as we can through the terminal and onto the vessels and have them see the sights, smell the smells, and understand what doors lead to where and what it feels like out on the water.
Trooper Kevin Fortino says these are people who would be called in during an actual emergency but don't work with the ferries directly. The training is scheduled to last till about 1:30. Seattle police are searching for someone who attacked a man with a machete in the Central District. It happened yesterday around noon inside an RV parked near MLK Jr. Way and South Yesler Way. Police say the victim had several fingers chopped off and was also pepper sprayed. He ran to a nearby fire station for help and was taken to Harborview Medical Center. A K-9 unit tried to track the suspect, but the trail went cold. Police believe the attacker may have fled in a vehicle. And now your KIRO News Radio traffic brought to you by Seattle Sports. Down in Fife, we've got a new collision, South 5 at Porter Way. It's blocking 2 right lanes. And that bumper-to-bumper backup starts near State Route 18. Here in Seattle, North 5 starting to slow a bit at that I-90 interchange. And then it's bumper-to-bumper just past Mercer across the Ship Canal Bridge. Plan on about 8 minutes to clear this backup. South 5, not too bad, but it's getting crowded from Northgate into downtown. Same on the east side, South 405. We're filling in between Factoria and Renton, but nothing heavy. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. And now your KIRO News Radio weather. Another sunny day with a high near 60. Tomorrow we're going to flip that switch and bring in the rain with a high near 53. Less rain on Sunday, but cooler temps with a high around 50. Partly sunny and 52 right now in Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. Very, very happy. We've had a bunch of great guests on lately. Everybody's talking about taxes these days. My goal on this show is to help you keep more of your money. I really do believe you're the best steward of your money, not the state. I don't think they know what to do with it. Every time they get money, they just seem to waste it. So this new millionaire's tax, I'm not a fan of. Jamie Peterson, Senator Jamie Peterson, proposed a millionaire's tax bill, which was we had him on the show yesterday to talk about. And in response to some of the stuff he had to say, we invited State Rep Jim Walsh joining us right now, who joins us on the show. Thank you so much for making the time.
Oh, it's good to see you guys again. It's been a minute. Yeah, this is the right time to be talking about tax policy.
Yes.
Because all the stupid stuff is being done right now in Olympia.
Okay, so we're going to cover a bunch of stuff later on the show about sugar taxes and all these different things. Just trying to get into people's pockets.
Unsweetened tax. They already got the sugar tax. Now they want the unsweetened drink tax.
They want everything. Yeah. They're coming for all of it.
Yeah, it's like they're taxing cigarettes and also Zim. They tax you coming in and coming out.
Everything. I want to play you a couple of clips, though. We had Jamie Peterson on the show yesterday. Credit to him for coming on and answering questions. I do want to play you a couple of the cuts, though. And I want to start with this one because I think it's really important. And a lot of people I know do not like the idea of an income tax, and he seems to think that a majority of Republicans support it. I'm going to play you this clip, and if we get your response to this, Jim.
We have done now 4 rounds of polling on this, and in all cases, majorities of voters have indicated that they are.
Did you ask?
Are you only polling people in your office?
Did you ask anybody with money? I guess.
No, of course not.
We ask people with money. It's interesting. Majorities of Republicans, majorities of independents, and then large majorities of Democrats all support the idea of taxing millionaires.
Here's just anecdotally. I have not done a poll, but anecdotally, I know a lot of Republicans. I haven't met a single person that thinks an income tax is a good idea. So I'd be interested to see where you're finding all these Republicans.
The interesting thing is when you frame it as an income tax and just say, hey, do you like income taxes? People aren't necessarily wild about that.
So when you frame it as what it is, people don't like it. Mr. Walsh, can you tell us from your conversations with Republicans, and you would have many of them since you are a Republican, do you think that people like Mr. Peterson says, do you think that a majority of Republicans support an income tax?
No, of course not. A majority of Republicans, Democrats, and others don't like it, don't support it. Poor Senator Peterson. He's got a tough hand to play here, and he's trying desperately to play it as well as he can.
So he says he says he's got 4 different sets of polling that get like a 60% approval on this tax from people, regardless of their political affiliation. You don't think those are accurate polls, or do you think he's making that up?
You know what a push poll is?
Yes.
Okay, 4 push polls. So yeah, they're cherry picking the people they talk to. And talk about framing things. They frame the question to their cherry-picked universe of people in a very particular way to get a very particular result. Listen, you don't need to take my word for it. Go on the state website, ledge.wa.gov. Go look up Senator Peterson's bill for the state income tax. And it's not really Senator Peterson's bill. It's really Bob Ferguson's bill.
Sure.
Senator Peterson's just carrying the water for Ferguson. It's Senate Bill number 6346. And go look for yourself how people have chimed in pro or con on Senate Bill 6346.
Isn't it about? It's about 4-1 right now. Con, isn't that right?
More like 5-1, but okay. Yeah, cons have it by a very strong margin.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it's not a small cherry-picked push poll sample. It's last I checked, it was 50,000 plus people had chimed in either pro or con. So it's a much better universe of people talking. Look, the senator's got a tough hand to play. This state income tax proposal is wildly unpopular, and they've got to pretend that it's not. So they hire a polling company to do push polls where the universe is selected carefully and the questions are framed carefully. It's to your point coming out of the soundbite, it's funny he's talking about calling a state income tax as framing. The frame is calling it a millionaire's tax. Mm-hmm. Because literally, even by its own terms, the $1 million threshold is on a household. So if a husband and wife or 2 spouses are both working, they may not have income that's $1 million, but as a household counting their earned income and maybe some investment income they have on a rental property or stock market investment. If the total is over $1 million, yeah, they'll have to pay it. But it might be a person making $300,000 or $400,000 who has a spouse also making that kind of money, and they're still doing well. But if you ask those kind of people, are you a millionaire? They're all likely to say, no, I'm not, or not yet anyway.
Let me play this clip, too. I have one more clip I want to play for you from Peterson in just a moment, but this is Dem Rep Larry Springer. This is a couple weeks back. You've probably heard this clip, but he was at
I've heard this once or twice.
A Bellevue Chamber meeting, I'm sure. And he was asked, he says, hey, if there's people out there who say that this millionaire's tax, if passed, would not remain a millionaire's tax, what do you say to that? And he says, well, if history says anything.
Why should the public assume that it's not going to be an income tax on them by 2031?
You shouldn't. Not to be flip about it, but if past history is prologue, yeah, you probably shouldn't necessarily believe that.
We asked Peterson the same thing yesterday, and he said the same thing that other Democrats have said, which is that, well, we're not going to sit here and tell future legislators what to do. We're not going to lock them into anything. That would be wrong. So we're just a millionaire's tax, and that's all we want to talk about. It's just a millionaire's tax. What's your response to that?
He's not being truthful. Springer is being truthful. What Springer's talking about there as past as prologue is really two things. He's referencing the way the federal income tax has worked initially, and this was decades ago now. When it was started, same story. They didn't say millionaires then, but it was only supposed to be on rich people. And then, of course, very quickly, what you find out is there aren't enough rich people to tax to get the money you want in terms of tax revenue. So you bring down the threshold. You bring it down piece by piece till everybody, or darn near everybody's paying the income tax. That's what happened at the federal level. Springer is also talking about state history with things like our capital gains tax and other tax forms, which start out with high thresholds and more limited approach. And then over time, the easy thing to do is drop the threshold, make more people pay into the tax program. And because the problem in Olympia is not tax policy. You'll hear people say, well, the state has a regressive tax policy problem. It's not. The problem in Olympia is we spend too much, and we're growing spending in the state government faster than the growth of the overall state economy. And when you grow government spending faster than you're growing the private economy, you inevitably are going to end up in what some of my colleagues here in Olympia call a fiscal crisis. It's not really a crisis, but we're in an unsustainable situation where we want to continue growing government spending faster than the overall economy is growing. And you can do that for a few years, but you can't do that forever.
We're at that
point.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean, we're at the point where we can't keep doing it.
My final question to Peterson during our interview with him was he afraid of rich people leaving the state like we saw with somebody like Jeff Bezos, who took quite a great deal of money out of state? He seemed to say, well, they'd have to move somewhere like Florida or Wyoming or Texas, and who's going to go and do that? To which I said, those are beautiful places, by the way. We vacation in Wyoming almost every year. It's beautiful. Do you think that that's a real concern for people?
It absolutely is, and it's already happening, frankly. It just hasn't. Economics is full of leading indicators and trailing indicators, and the exodus of high net worth people and business owners from the state has already started. It's a leading indicator, so we haven't seen all the evidence of it yet. But I think in the next year or two, you're going to see these numbers start to show up, and the numbers of jobs being created. And we just heard in the news, what was it, yesterday or this morning, that Boeing is moving a big chunk of its Dreamliner operation from here to South Carolina. Now, that is something that's been going on for a while with Boeing anyway, but this is a big chunk. This is some engineering and design jobs, which are good jobs. Those are high-paying jobs.
Sure.
And they're moving from Washington to South Carolina. That's just one data point just from the last day or so. We're losing jobs, and we're losing economic activity. And like I've been saying, that the real death shot on this state income tax isn't only that Boeing might move, or of course the head guy at Microsoft has said he might move Microsoft to British Columbia. if they don't get a break. And by the way, they do get some advantage and treatment in the proposal that the governor and Senator Peterson put forward. But leave that aside. It's not so much we'll lose existing businesses and jobs as where does the next Amazon happen? Does the next Amazon happen in Seattle? Or does the next Amazon happen in Austin or Orlando? And I think there's a great likelihood the next Amazon and artificial intelligence, AI, the booming area in tech right now, the Amazon of AI is more likely to happen in another state than here.
Well, we don't want to see that happen, but we will find out. Representative Walsh, thank you so much for making the time. We really do appreciate it.
Vote no on this silly bill. You get the chance, chime in and say con.
I have.
For the state income tax.
I have. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. All right. We got a lot more coming up. We will be right back.
It's why we bake in the sun out on the berm every summer at training camp. It's why we scream till it hurts. In the cold and rain, come fall and winter.
Listen to the 12th man.
It's why we're 12s. As the Seahawks look to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Seattle, it's why there's only one voice we want to hear tell the story.
We are going to the Super Bowl!
Don't miss Steve Rabel calling the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60, live and for free on the KIRO Newsradio app.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
You're losing your hair and you simply need a solution that works. You want the best. Modern technology, top-rated physicians, something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need world-class Dr. Perungo and his team at Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair has completely redefined hair restoration. From the experience itself to their unmatched results. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, maybe all three like I had. Get your hair back with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. And get this, Advanced Hair is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. For your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. Right now, you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Refine your hairline with the team that redefined hair restoration. That's 425-449-8185. Or for the before and afters, visit advancedhair.com.
It's cold outside, and if you're noticing it's taking forever to heat your home, there are cold spots in certain rooms, your furnace turns off and on a lot, or it never stops, or maybe your energy bill is just way too high. These are all warning signs that your home needs a blanket. There may be something wrong with your insulation, which means not only are you uncomfortable in your own home, but you could be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in lost energy. Call Insulation Northwest today, and we'll send one of our professionals to give you a fast, free energy inspection to determine if there is a problem. And if there is a problem, we can fix it fast. Most jobs are completed in 1 day. You have nothing to lose. The inspection is free and only takes about an hour and could save you thousands. Keep the heat in, the cold out, and your energy bill low. Call Insulation Northwest today. Insulation Northwest, the real insulation company.
Please ask if you qualify for thousands of dollars of free rebates from your energy company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Free consultation at HomeComfortAlliance.com. For comfort, call the comfort people. HomeComfortAlliance.com.
At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we know that keeping your home watertight and dry is essential to your family's safety and comfort. Having well-functioning gutters prevents water damage to your home and prolongs the life of your roof. Whether you need a cleaning or a complete gutter install, we do it all. Call today and get $250 off a gutter installation and visit us at guardianroofing.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is a truly bizarre, weird story, but it highlights a universal truth. Athletes will always try to get an edge. Anything they can do to get an edge, most of it you want it to be done legally.
Well, all of it.
All of it you want it to be done legally.
Yes.
But back in the day, you would have coaches who would tell their players to comb out their socks to make sure there wasn't any imperfections or no little, little creases that would distract you in the middle of a game.
Oh, it's Wooden. John Wooden.
John Wooden.
Right. The little things make a difference in performance.
Tiny little things.
Yeah.
And speaking of little things, listen to this thing. These are allegations now. We're not saying this actually happened, but they are investigating this right now at the Winter Olympics. The World Anti-Doping Agency, or WADA, this was first reported in the German newspaper Bild earlier in January. And what they are alleging is happening is the ski jumpers. And you know ski jumping. Have you ever been to a ski jumping event?
I've seen it live at the Olympics in Lillehammer in 1994.
Is it as cool as it looks on TV?
It's insanely cool. It is insanely cool.
Because it looks so scary on TV, especially the camera angle where they show straight down the jump. And then the length of time they're flying. I don't think it could possibly capture how death-defying what they're doing is.
It is. Do you remember the agony of defeat? Are you old enough to remember that?
I don't know the agony of defeat.
When ABC's Wide World of Sports, every Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, depending on where you watched, it was the thrill of it was like this classic announcer every week. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And the agony of defeat was always portrayed by a guy coming down the ski jump ramp and losing his balance and coming off the ramp sideways at the end and tumbling down the hill. Tumbling down the hill.
Okay.
But these you all seen the long jump is literally flying.
Have you seen Eddie the Eagle?
Sure, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Well, here comes. By the way, I never thought I would see the words Inflategate ever again.
Me neither.
After the whole Patriot thing, I never thought Inflategate would resurface. But here we are, and they're literally calling it Inflategate.
Inflategate. And here's what they're alleging.
Well, I'm dropping the key word in there.
Inflate.
Yeah. No. Inflate is not the key word. It's what they're inflating in this story.
Okay, so I'm gonna read to you a little from this. This is from the New York Times. It has this piece, which I think originally was in the Athletic, or maybe that isn't. Actually, no, that
Athletic,
is. Yeah. Okay. They are saying that some of these ski jumpers are injecting their male genitalia. I don't even know if we're allowed to say that.
Sure, it's a penis. I mean,
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, it's a clinical term. I could
They're
get a doctor in here.
ingesting
If you need a doctor to come and say it, you can say it for us.
They're injecting it with acid, which would increase the size temporarily. And
hyaluronic acid. Make sure you get the right
hyaluronic acid.
You want to make sure you get the right stuff.
You're right. Totally.
Yeah.
This isn't just any off-the-shelf acid.
Right.
You want to make sure you're getting the good stuff.
Sure.
So hyaluronic acid, which apparently when injected into this very specific area,
this organ,
makes it larger temporarily,
right?
So that when they are being fitted for their suits, which are done with a 3D scanner, so that they don't have an unfair advantage. You don't want these people to have suits that are too big because that would turn that into a sail. It would be an unfair advantage.
Well, that's exactly it. The suits are supposed to be so many micrometers over your surface area of your body.
Yes.
That's how your suit is form-fitted. You can't have too big of a suit because there's an extra bit of fabric between your crotch there.
That's right.
And it works like a sail. They say they get almost 6 meters longer if they've cheated on the fitting and have the sale. Well, they get the jump is six meters longer.
Jump is 6
That's
meters
a lot
longer.
of acid we're talking
That's
about.
a lot of hyaluronic acid.
Let me ask you this: couldn't they just suck helium? Wouldn't helium carry him further down the hill?
I'm going to leave that question to the
Keep
audience.
him aloft longer?
I'm going to leave that to the audience. All right, we got to go. We'll be right back.
Don't cheat.
A lot has changed in 50 years. The Seattle skyline, how we interact with one another, and a new way to hear the Seahawks.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can listen to Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the Super Bowl for free.
That is music to the ears.
It's the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff Sunday at 3:30 on the only station the Seahawks have called home for 50 years. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return, but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do? My refund, though. I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
John Curley here. As humans, we value things that last. Local businesses, long-term relationships, people who have been in the community for years. That's Madrona Financial and CPAs. For decades, they've been serving Washingtonians, and what makes them different? They combine taxes and investments under one roof. Most firms do one or the other, but not both. Taxes are often your biggest retirement expense, bigger than travel or healthcare. Yet most never get a clear look at how taxes and investments fit together. That's why Madrona offers the Madrona Analysis. It's an easy-to-understand review of your retirement picture, income, taxes, investments, all working together in one coordinated plan. Best of all, it's conversational. You'll talk with someone who explains it all in plain English. Discover hidden tax traps, see if your portfolio matches income needs, and learn steps to retire with confidence. Call 833-673-7373 for your complimentary Madrona Analysis. Madrona Financial and CPAs, local, trusted, and here to put the whole picture together.
The Anime Washington and the Washington State Gaming Expo Super Convention is almost here. We have assembled a massive celebrity guest lineup on February 6th through the 8th in Puyallup. Meet the voices behind Final Fantasy, Naruto, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, One Piece, Spider-Man, Dragon Ball, Baldur's Gate, and so many more. Shop at hundreds of vendors, makers, and artists. Compete in the Tetris Regionals, Catan, Uno Elite, Smash, Tekken, Mario Kart, and so much more. Join us February 6th through the 8th at Washington State Fair and Event Center. Tickets on sale at animewa.com.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, oh, I don't know. What do the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What'd they do? Did they give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are, as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
2 more days until Super Bowl 60. The only station where you hear Steve Rabel call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. U.S. stocks have hit their best day since May. And a first for the Dow as it closed up over 1,200 points and just over the 50,000 level. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
This comes after days of selling in the technology sector spread to the broader stock market. Of course, 50,000 is just a round number. So does it have any major significance? Well, I think emotionally it does make people feel good, especially after seeing some of the big sell-offs over the last few weeks.
The White House has removed an election conspiracy video shared on President Trump's social media that included racist footage depicting former President Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. A White House official said a staffer erroneously made the post, which has been taken down, but the reaction is still coming in. CBS's Aaron Navarro.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries wrote that Trump, quote, is a vile, unhinged, and malignant bottom feeder, and called on Republicans to denounce, quote, Trump's disgusting bigotry.
Republican Senator Susan Collins from Maine calls the post appalling, and Roger Wicker of Mississippi says it's totally unacceptable. An arrest is made in the deadly 2012 attack on a U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya. Feds say Zubair al-Bakush was a key participant in the attack that killed Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans. FBI Director Kash Patel.
When an act of terrorism of this magnitude strikes at the heart of our nation, we go to work. President Trump has given us the full resources at the FBI and across the interagency to make sure we deliver justice.
Al-Bakush faces charges related to murder, terrorism, and conspiracy. Indirect talks have been held between the U.S. and Iran in Jordan's capital, Oman. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Iran's foreign minister called it a good start.
I think our negotiation with the U.S. delegation was done in a good atmosphere. We were able to exchange our viewpoints, to express our concerns and our interests for a possible deal between the two sides on our nuclear question.
The U.S. team included President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff, but also the head of the U.S. Central Command, a reminder to the Iranians of the U.S. military power in the region.
The latest on an abortion-related court ruling, CBS's Jim Krasula.
A state judge in Arizona has permanently blocked several abortion restrictions, ruling they violate the state's constitutional amendment protecting the right to an abortion. The new restrictions include requiring patients to make 2 separate trips to their health care provider and having to wait at least 24 hours before getting care. They also included a ban on the use of telemedicine for an abortion.
This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
More from Luke Ducey, who's in San Francisco ahead of the Super Bowl after a quick check on the commute, brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. In Fife, South 5 at Porter Way, a collision takes up 2 right lanes. Involves a semi. It looks like we may have a fuel spill here, and we've got a big-time backup starting at South 320th. That's a bumper-to-bumper backup. Right now, Federal Way to Tacoma will take you 40 minutes. That's a half-hour delay. South 405, just building volumes between Factoria and Renton. Nothing heavy. Bellevue to Renton will take you 15 minutes. Here in Seattle, North 5, we've got a little backup forming between the West Seattle Bridge and the express lanes now. Again, most of this traffic is stacked up on the left side of the freeway where drivers are lining up for the express lane. So if you stick to the right, you should be able to zip right past them. And then it gets thick near Mercer across the Ship Canal Bridge. This backup will take you about 12 minutes to clear. South 5, we're filling in from Northgate into downtown. Linwood to Seattle, less than 20 minutes. Everywhere else, you're doing fine. Get ready for a night of hard-hitting MMA excitement with WFC 190, April 25th at the Emerald Queen Casino. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Well, the Seattle Seahawks take on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 on Sunday. You know that. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is in San Fran talking with 12s, but he's an objectives journalist, so he's also getting the other side of the story.
You know, I also spoke with a lot of Patriots fans as well.
Patriots are going to rule. Sorry.
My best friend is a Seahawks fan, and we have a good rivalry going, and
Yeah, I think he's still bitter from last time. Let's just say that.
And, of course, our 12s had a response.
They're a little delusional about how good their team is right now. I think they're going to get a taste of it on Sunday.
In San Francisco, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Police are investigating after investigators say an officer shot and killed an armed carjacking suspect in Federal Way this morning. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Audley is at the scene along First Avenue South and Southwest Campus Drive.
Federal Way police were called out to this area because someone wasn't responsive in the driver's seat of a car that was blocking the road. They later learned that car was stolen. When officers walked up to him, he ran away, and he actually attempted to carjack someone who was driving by. During all of that, one officer fired at the suspect. That suspect was shot, provided aid to by medical personnel here on scene. They were taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries.
An independent investigation is underway. A man has been arrested in Everett for impersonating a police officer. Back on January 13th, the Herald reports a man said he was driving on South 3rd Avenue when a pickup with a decal that said traffic control flashed blue lights behind him. He pulled over, and the man who stepped out claimed he was an off-duty Duval police officer working security and was pulling him over for speeding, but the driver showed dash camera footage to officers who confirmed that man was not with the department. That footage gave investigators license plate information. It pinged on a Flock license plate reader in Everett on January 30, and the suspect was arrested. The top Democrat in the state Senate says the proposed millionaire's tax is not a broad income tax. Senate Majority Leader Jamie Peterson made the case on the Jake and Spike show yesterday.
This is not a broad income tax. This applies literally to 20 or 30,000 families.
Well, for now.
The bill would impose a 9.9% tax on income above $1 million. It gets its first committee hearing later today. Opponents like State Senator John Braun warns voters that voters have rejected income taxes more than 10 times over the years.
Very much, in my view, an attack on small and medium-sized businesses that are going to damage our economy.
In 2024, the legislature approved an initiative explicitly banning income taxes. The proposal is expected to face years of legal challenges, even if it is passed. A brazen theft on Thursday morning as a group of plumbers say two men tried to steal their tools from their truck and then bear sprayed them. KIRO 7 TV's Samantha Lomibao has the story.
And I started grabbing everything out of their trunk, putting it and throwing it in our truck. I'm like, because I noticed, those are our tools.
But they say the thieves drove off, leaving behind the Sawzall they used to cut the truck's lock. Then
they drove back, they pulled them next up to the truck. They wanted their tool back.
Was trying to get their license plate, and I called 911. And as I was doing that, I seen the bear mace come out of the car and hit him.
But they say they do it all again.
This is our livelihood. This is how, like I said, we feed our families.
But Ricky says,
as crazy as it sounds, we're all kind of glad we got bear mace today and not shot.
Yeah.
And now look at your KIRO News Radio weather. Mostly sunny today, high near 60. Enjoy that sun because it's 53 and rain tomorrow. Less rain but cooler temps Sunday with a high dipping near 50. 53 and partly sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. And boy, what a 2 hours do we have for you in store. A little bit later in the show, Luke Ducey, our very own KIRO News Radio reporter. He is down in San Francisco right now, walking around amongst all of the depressed San Francisco fans and the joyous Seattle Seahawks fans. And so he's going to be live with us and kind of report on what's going on down there. And then at 1:30, this is interesting. We talked about yesterday how Minute Maid has decided they are discontinuing, they're done providing frozen orange juice.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make it anymore.
They're getting out of the frozen concentrate game, my friend. Going to go with just the bottled stuff.
Huge mistake, in our opinion. So we reached out to a local company who makes these things. It's a large company, but you might be surprised that they are locally based. And we're going to ask them the same question. Are you guys going to keep making your frozen juices for people to enjoy? Are you going to throw in the towel just like Minute Maid has? So that's going to be at 1:30. So join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, a lot of stuff to get to. Speaking of drinks, let's start with this one, Spike. This is a very interesting thing. I genuinely do not know how you're going to feel about this. And we have not discussed this before the show, but there is a new tax being proposed right now. And if this passes, Is it 2732? Is it House Bill 2732? I could be wrong about that. Let me look up. Yes. No, 34. House Bill 2734. If this passes, it is a sweetened drink tax. So it's imposed on businesses who distribute sugar-sweetened beverages. And
same thing Seattle did a few years ago. Right, 2023?
Everything Seattle does eventually makes its way out.
They're going to see if the state likes the idea.
Here's what the tax is. This is what it says. Beginning January 1st, 2028, there is a tax imposed upon every person engaging within this state in the business of distributing sugar-sweetened beverages. So they tax the distributor, then it makes its way to you, obviously. They say for sugar-sweetened beverages that are produced from concentrates, the tax is calculated, yada, yada, yada. And then they say for all sugar-sweetened beverages, the tax rate will be 0.03 cents per fluid ounce, so 3 cents an ounce of sugar-sweetened beverages that the distributor distributes. What do you think about this? Per ounce. So you get a can of soda.
12-ounce soda.
12-ounce soda.
36
times
cents.
3, an extra 36 cents.
What's the tax supposed to, what's the intent of the tax?
They say the intent of the tax is to keep people out of medical issues because they drink too much sugar.
To
and
eliminate abusing
like
sugary drinks because of the downstream medical costs and effects.
That's what they
of sugary
claim.
drinks. Well, that's
we all
the
know
goal.
the reality.
Just to get more money?
Of course.
Well, let me ask you this, because we have these tax discussions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they did this in Seattle, there was almost a 30% drop in the sale of sugar drinks in Seattle
because it's expensive. People can't afford it.
So, is it achieving its goal of having people drink less sugary drinks?
I have no idea.
It's a 30% drop in sugar drink sales.
If it's about people drinking less, then yes, I would say if it's
achieving
truly
its
about
goal.
that. Is it achieving? Well, the goal is not to drink less sugary drinks. The goal is to have them be healthier long term by not drinking the sugary things, right?
That's
it's
the same thing.
The cause
right?
and effect.
Yeah,
But
drink less sugary drinks, be healthier.
I don't know if they're healthier. I don't know if they're finding that sugar in other ways.
Well, maybe,
I don't know that.
Well, we can't. I mean, if you get people to stop smoking cigarettes, maybe they'll start eating coal. You never know if they're going to be healthy or not. But if sugary drinks are determined to be a largest contributing factor,
You're wrong about that. I know you're joking about the coal thing, but people in Seattle bought less in Seattle.
Love their coal.
Bought less in Seattle.
Bought less in Seattle. What? Drinks?
Sweet
Yeah,
drinks.
Yeah.
So you can go to Edmonds. You can go elsewhere and you can buy your sugary drinks.
I don't think it's practical to say that people are leaving Seattle to buy their sugary drinks.
Why would you not think that?
Would you drive out of town to buy a soda?
I drive out of town all the time to shop for groceries.
You're an anomaly.
I'm not an anomaly. I'm a person who wants to get the most value for my dollar, and the most value for my dollar doesn't happen to be at the grocery store down the street.
Has there been an increase in sugary drink sales outside the city limits?
I have no idea. They don't have any of this information. I haven't looked up that
it was easy to
information.
find information that the sales of sugary drinks in Seattle have dropped
So
almost
you
a quarter.
support this tax?
I'm not saying I support it. I'm asking what the goal is. Are they achieving their goal? Do we want a healthier society? Right? That's why I'm all for the sin tax on cigarettes. I don't think people should smoke. And if you're going to smoke, you should help contribute to the taxpayer-funded effect of what smoking does to a society. That's what the cigarette tax is about.
One, I am happy that you are acknowledging that taxes are a way to deter people from doing things, just like they are on businesses and everything. But what I would say about the drinks, I looked up this thing. So, like my family, we're doing a lot of sports right now. We also want to keep the kids hydrated.
Sure.
So we buy a lot of these Gatorade 12 packs, these like small little Gatorades.
Sure, you get them at Costco.
Have you seen those?
Yes, of course.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, if I were to buy a pack of those right now, it's $7.49. Very affordable. Pretty affordable. Do you know what the increase in cost would be because of this tax on that $7.49 Gatorade
12-ounce bottles?
12-ounce bottles.
12 packs of them?
144 ounces.
140 ounces times 3?
Yep.
Yeah. It's $4.36. How's that for fast math?
Very close. $4.32.
Ah, so close.
That's a 57% tax increase. That's a 57% tax increase on me drinking my Gatorades with my family. I can make those choices for myself about the health for my family. And for us, we like to hydrate the kids with something they'll actually drink when they're playing sports or after they've had a tummy ache or when they've got the flu or something. Gatorade's a nice thing.
Gatorade Zero has no sugar. Would your kids drink that?
I wouldn't feed them Gatorade Zero because I don't like all the stuff they put in Gatorade Zero.
Okay.
I think it's a health choice. I don't like it, and it also makes people go to the bathroom weird, if I'm being completely honest. At least it does in my family.
Kids go to the bathroom weird. Maybe it's not the Gatorade.
Kids go to the bathroom weird. But we feed them the traditional. They love the blue and they love fruit punch, and I love the lemon lime. I'm an old-fashioned kind of a guy.
I love a good Gatorade.
Are you happy paying an additional 57% because lawmakers in Washington State want to charge you an extra
You know me. I'm for the greater good, and I think drinking less sugar drinks is the greater good. I'm
Why
okay
does
with
the greater
it.
good always have to be costing poor people more money? Costing everybody more money. That's a lot of money for some people. It is for me. It may not be for you, but it is for me. An extra 57% on a pack of Gatorade, that adds up. Yeah. And that's forever. Forever. They're just going to do that. And that's just one drink. If you drink soda, if you're somebody who drinks soda, I'm not arguing that you should be drinking these things all the time.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
But I find their ability to keep taxing and taxing and taxing kind of crazy. When will it stop? When will they just say, hey, you know what? Enough is enough.
When they have enough
We've
money.
squeezed enough out of you. Well, that's the other question is when will they have enough money? When will they have enough money? They've got record revenue in our state, and they keep picking our pockets on things like this. 57% increase on these drinks. That to me doesn't seem right.
Okay.
So you disagree or you agree?
No, you want me to answer when they're going to have enough money? How do I know when they're going to have enough money?
Here's a question
when they can balance the budget, they'll have enough money. When they can have a tax revenue that's reflective of the earners in the state, not regressively from. You just said yourself, these make the people at the lower end of the incomes pay more of their incomes in taxes. That's a regressive tax.
They're raising the tax.
Jim Walsh didn't have any problem with a regressive tax on an income tax in the state.
They're raising the tax. I'm not arguing for raising the tax.
No,
they're saying they're raising the tax.
You said you're against it. You said you're against a regressive tax.
I didn't say I was against a regressive tax.
Sure,
I said I'm
you just
against
did.
raising this tax.
Which is a regressive tax. It makes the lower income people pay more than a percentage of their income than the higher people. That's what a regressive tax means.
I can't solve the amount of money that somebody has in their bank account. I can't solve that. Our tax system can't solve that.
Sure.
You can't take money from somebody who's rich and give it to somebody who's poor. That's not how the system is built, and that's not how it works.
That's how systems always work, bud. That's how systems always worked.
No, that's not, actually. That's socialism you're talking about. That's taking money from the rich and giving to the poor. It works in Robin Hood, but not in real life.
It's taking money from the earners and supporting a society is how government works.
To the non-earners. Is that what you're saying?
Not non-earners, all of us. I'm an earner.
Let me ask you a
I want
question.
my taxes to help my family.
Let me ask you a question. Relative to somebody who doesn't make much money, you make a good salary. You've been in the business for a long time. You do very well. You're not making millions a year, but you're doing well.
No.
Would you volunteer for a relative tax increase relative to how much millionaires are being asked to pay with the millionaire's tax? Because compared to somebody who doesn't make much money, I don't know. I'm not going to say exactly how much it would be, but I have a figure in my head that I can come up with. You're making a lot more money than somebody who's just working hour to hour and not making much money.
State minimum wage, right.
Would you be willing to increase your taxes by 9.9%? Or would that be unfair?
I don't know how it's relevant to this topic.
You're saying that millionaires should do that same thing, right?
I do.
The rich
think
people
that.
should pay for the poor people.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do the same thing? Because it's all relative.
Not that. Well, no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
That's the stupidest question I've ever heard in my life. But go ahead. No.
Honestly, and I'm not trying to trap you. I'm just saying, why is it stupid?
Because having a threshold of high earners take on an additional tax
You're a high
burden.
earner.
But they're not started at my number.
I know they're not, which is why you support it. But
That's
what
right.
if they did?
That's why 6% of Republicans support it, despite Jim Walsh's claim that it's a push poll, which is the cheapest and shallowest, cowardly answer to a question I've ever heard in my
Please
freaking
text us
life.
right now. If you guys support this tax, please text us and let us know right now. And if you don't, also text. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476. What I'm trying to get at is it's really easy to tell other people to give their money. It's not so easy to volunteer your own money.
Right. Well, it's easy for this government to tell the rich people not to pay as much. To give them
What
tax
government?
breaks.
Washington State government? That's who we're talking about right now.
Okay.
I mean, that is who we're talking about right now, though. There's not a single Republican in Washington State who could stop this if they wanted to. They could pass this right now. They have majority. They've said it. Jamie Peterson said it.
I know,
He could
I
pass
got
the
you.
millionaire's
I
tax
know.
tomorrow.
I know. And I've said before on this many, many times, I think the fact that you don't have to have bipartisan support on these things is criminal.
Why don't any Republicans who are elected support this if supposedly a majority of their electorate do support it? Why do you think that's the case? If you believe Jamie Peterson, which I don't.
You have to ask him.
I did ask him yesterday, and he said he didn't have a really good answer. He said, well, we've done polling. None of their elected officials support this.
I would ask Republicans if 6%, if those polls are accurate, and I think they are. I think Jamie Peterson's got a little more integrity and credit than he's been given here. Okay?
I'm not calling him a liar. I'm just saying that I don't believe his polling.
That's splitting some hairs. You don't believe his polling? Jim Walsh calls it a push poll, a selective poll.
He
That's
says
not how polling works.
Jamie Peterson says a majority of Republicans support an income tax.
He's got polling numbers that he says proves
and yet
that.
not one single legislative Republican supports it.
So isn't the question then if you're a Republican in this state and
then why aren't you doing what your people want you to do? Right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to do it. Who do you think has a more accurate representation of what Republicans want? The people that elected them or Jamie Peterson? Likely.
I think that it's more likely that the people who have control over Republican legislators in this state are the people who fund them, not people they represent.
You think Jamie Peterson has a better idea of what Republicans in the state want than elected Republicans?
That's not what your question was.
Well, I'm asking you that now.
I think I think the polling can be trusted. I think it's disingenuous to just poo-poo the integrity of the polling when you get a number that you don't like. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Jim Walsh.
No, you say it to me. I don't like the number.
So I think the number is valid. I think because when you talk about it, because you said if it's not affecting you, you're all for it. And you talk about me, and that's true.
And you just said that, yes.
And I think that's true for Republicans too.
It's not.
I think it's true. You don't know that.
I do know that.
You're speaking anecdotally. You're speaking for yourself.
Jim
Peterson
Walsh is speaking anecdotally.
His polling numbers are anecdotal?
Here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to call. You have Republican friends, yes?
I do, yeah.
I would like you to call them personally.
I'll call the richest one I know and ask them if
don't call the richest. Call the poorest. I don't care who you call.
Sure.
Call any of them and see if they don't like an income tax on principle. Ask them why they like it or don't like it. And I bet you're probably not going to see a ton of them saying, yes, I would love the idea of an income tax. And again, I'm not trying to trap you in anything. I'm just saying that the people...
I don't blame you.
The people who are not supporting it because they're mean people. Just on principle, they don't think that you should be picking from one person's pocket and giving it to somebody else. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not the system we have in our state. It's not constitutional in our state. They have to change the Constitution in order to do it. It doesn't seem fair to me. Just like this tax on sugary sweetened drinks, $57% increase on Gatorades for my family. I don't think that's fair. I don't like it.
If people who live unhealthy lifestyles inflict an unbalanced tax or an unjust tax burden on the healthcare system in the state, shouldn't the people who are doing that unhealthy living pay a little bit more to help cover the cost?
You think me and my family are unhealthy?
I'm not talking about you.
You are talking about me. I'm the people drinking this stuff.
But we're not saying the Skorheims are going to pay higher taxes on their sugary drinks.
Yes, we are.
We're saying all people are. All people are.
And I don't want anybody to. I think it's ridiculous.
That's fair.
And the bottom line is, if the state was really great with the money, then I would have it would be a different conversation.
Sure.
Because one, they wouldn't be asking for it. The justification for the millionaire's tax, Bob Ferguson says, because they're billions of dollars in the hole. So we got to come up with more revenue.
Yeah, and the fact that they're billions in the hole isn't just bad money management. Is that a factor? Is it a contributing factor?
Is it the majority factor? Yes.
We don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that because we have all the records to show it. All of the spending has increased 37% spending adjusted for inflation since 2000 on state budgets.
Cost of doing everything has gone up. Number of people being served has gone up. Number of federal contributions to a state budget has gone down. These are all factors.
That's
it's not just
tiny amount. You brought that up before. It's a tiny amount.
20% of the state budget was lost to cuts of federal funding. 20%. It's not a tiny factor. It's 20%.
Okay,
it's almost $2 billion of it.
How about the other 37%? The other 17%.
How much of that is the cost of providing services gone up? How much of that is increased in number of people served going up?
I think
they're all factors.
We obviously fundamentally disagree.
No.
We're
not. We're much more closer than we think.
I don't think so.
Do you think it's all mismanagement of funds?
I think it's predominantly mismanagement of funds.
And I think mismanagement of funds is a contributing factor, but not predominantly.
You think it's because they don't have enough money?
I think it's because they have serving more people. It costs more to serve those people, and the resources they take in from a local and a state level and federal have gone down.
So they don't have the resources.
Yeah, to a degree. It's not totally. Don't speak in generalities.
They have record revenue in our state.
We've
never collected more.
They're serving record amounts of people. The cost of providing services is at a record high.
Go back year to year and look it up. They've collected record revenue.
I'm not
and
arguing.
The spending has gone up way disproportionate to that.
Not arguing that either. And what else do you want them to cut from the budget? They've cut health care.
Jobs.
They've cut health care. They've cut education. You tell me where. Tell me what jobs are just wasting our money.
I'll get you a list.
Yeah, please. I'm happy, buddy. I'm happy to hear it.
Let's start with people who work for Bob Ferguson and the people in the budgeting office who are doing such a horrible job. Let's start with them. Let's start with the people who are proposing this sugar tax as well. I want to start with them.
The guys collecting 50 cents a gallon for the CCA. They're going to spend it where they want to. Let's cut some of them. I'm with you there, man.
Ugh. Crazy. I do love having these conversations with you.
I do too.
There's nowhere else in life that I can have a fiery conversation like this and get paid for it.
I've had 8 shots of coffee and it's great. I love this.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
A one-hander! Are you kidding me? JSN!
Congratulations, Jackson Smith.
In jig, but you know he's sicker than most when he run the post.
The NFL's AP Offensive Player of the Year, rewriting the Seahawks record books with his electrifying season.
Jansen has it! Touchdown! Seahawks!
And this is where you hear Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call Super Bowl 60 Sunday at 3. KIRO News Radio.
Get ready, because it's here. The first huge public online auction of the new year from the James G. Murphy Company. And it's underway now. We're stacked and packed with a vast assortment of heavy construction equipment, trucks, trailers, and more, like 17 excavators, 6 dozers, including a 2012 John Deere 700K XLT, 4 wheel loaders, a grader, a 2021 Kenworth T270 propane delivery truck, a 2023 Volvo Auto Transporter, 6 Peterbilt 567 tractors, 6 dump trucks, forklifts, boom lifts, loaders, graders, and utility trucks. But wait, there's more, like over 100 unused gas-powered excavators, flatbed trucks, and on and on. We are on fire with gear. Preview all items Tuesday and Wednesday, February 10th and 11th at our location in Marysville. Do not miss the first huge public online auction of the new year. Check MurphyAuction.com for all details. MurphyAuction.com. MurphyAuction.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
The Boat Show, the Boat Show, the Big Seattle Boat Show.
The Big Seattle Boat Show ends this Saturday, February 7th. It's the best time to buy, with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone. It's a big deal. Presented by Sundance Yachts and Port of Seattle. Make it a date Friday evenings with Boat Show After Dark, featuring unforgettable ambiance, music, food, beer, and wine. Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
If you're hurt in a car accident, call Harold Carr Law Offices right away. They'll save you time and get you more money from insurance while you're able to focus on recovering. Visit carlaw.com. 2 R's in car. Car accident? Call CAR.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Schedule your free consultation at HomeComfortAlliance.com. Call the comfort people at Home Comfort Alliance.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
CBS News Special Report. Stocks had a record-breaking day. CBS's Joe Schlesinger has been watching the numbers.
Stocks came roaring back to finish out the week, and the Dow hit a milestone, 50,000 for the blue chip index for the first time ever. This comes after days of selling in the technology sector spread to the broader stock market.
The NASDAQ and S&P 500 were also higher.
Although the Dow is the oldest index, it's probably not the most representative. That would be the S&P 500, which also had a great day, up just under 2%, though it did not reach a record. That record occurred at the end of January.
Chip companies helped drive the gains today on hopes for more big spending by customers building out their AI offerings. Stocks also got a boost from a better reading on consumer sentiment. The Dow finishing the day up more than 1,200. CBS News Special Report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
And I'm Aaron Granello. Business is booming for sports retailers ahead of Super Bowl 60. Near Lumen Field, the Pro Image Sports is that company's best-selling shop in the country. KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin has more.
Those top-selling items, well, they're barely on the shelves.
The retro blue has been really popular, as well as the navy, and New Era Super Bowl hats has been huge for us. They offer a great variety, a lot of different looks there, and the 12th man flag, people are excited.
But the big question is, what happens Sunday night? The store is betting on the Seahawks, with championship gear already printed and ready to go.
Well, Seahawks receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba already took home a trophy this Super Bowl week. He was named Offensive Player of the Year.
Wow, what an honor. I want to first give all the glory to God. Second, I want to give it to my teammates. I want to thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are who I do it for each and every week.
It is just the second time a Seahawks player has won the award. JSN led the league in receiving yards and also hauled in 10 touchdowns. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 1:32. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Aaron. The KIRO Newsradio app has our updates. Heading through Fife this afternoon is a struggle. South 5 Reporter Way, it's a collision taking up 2 right lanes. And we've got a bumper-to-bumper backup starting way back at South 320th. That's close to a 5-mile backup. Federal Way to Tacoma is going to take you 40 minutes. That's a half-hour delay. I am seeing drivers exiting at State Route 18 and heading west over to State Route 99, which is a good option right now. That route hasn't totally filled in yet. This backup has westbound 18 jammed up at Weyerhaeuser Way over to the freeway. In Kent, southbound 167 just past the Green River Bridge, got a crash blocking your left lane. Already about a mile and a half back up there. South 405 heavy through Factoria. You slowly thin out heading into Renton. Bellevue to Renton's at 20 minutes. North 5 in Seattle, we now have scattered backups approaching the West Seattle Bridge across the Ship Canal. And South 5 starts to fill in Northgate all the way into downtown. It gets heavy in the U District. Linwood to Seattle close to 25 minutes. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Out of your forecast, we have afternoon sunshine today. Weekend rain starts tonight. We will see some dry times, though, for Super Bowl Sunday. Right now, 60 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's going to be a fun interview. We have somebody in with us. We were talking yesterday, Spike, about, was it just yesterday?
Just yesterday.
All right.
The end of an era.
Yeah, I was reading the story about Minute Maid and their frozen orange juice. They are going to stop producing it. And it was a staple in my house growing up. It would be the Minute Maid orange juice. I'd pour it into the thing. That was my job as a kid.
Yeah, you betcha.
Not like a hard job.
All of America, buddy. From I think it was the 50s it started. The America fell into the, hey, we can do this at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy, convenient, inexpensive, frozen concentrated juices. It's America.
And now they're just going to let it die on the vine.
Well,
I don't know if it's ever on the vine.
and I want to talk to our guest. We have a local. I hate when you do this to me though, because you're so insidious.
Yep.
You know, when I say tax local businesses, the rising tide, all this liberal
then I put one in front of
snowflake,
your face.
You put a human face on a local entrepreneur in front of me.
There you go.
How can I want to bankrupt this guy? This is a nice guy.
If you guys missed our last segment, Spike and I basically just yelled at each other for 20 minutes about this new tax that they want to put on sugary drinks.
As brothers do.
Yes.
As brothers do.
Happy to do it. We're having fun.
It's easy for me when it's nobody but a business owner I don't know.
Then you put a friendly face on it.
A man who's
maybe I'll change my
just
mind.
trying to make his way through the world, provide a service to local families.
This is really cool. Laura looked up. She goes, "Hey, what's some other local or what's some other not local? What's some other frozen?"
Hold on, Spike looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up.
No, because Laura said, "What about Hawaii's Own?"
Yeah.
Because when Laura found out that frozen juice was going away, she didn't give a rat's patootie about Minute Maid.
Yeah, she was worried about orange
She
passion
wanted
guava.
her Hawaii's and her favorite, her family favorite.
And as it turns out, they are made in Bellevue. Their company's
Washington.
based in Bellevue, believe it or
Bellevue,
not. We have the
Washington. That's
co-owner,
right.
Jamie Davis.
Which of the island chain is Bellevue?
Joins us right now.
Kona,
Jamie, welcome to the show.
Oahu, Maui, Bellevue. That's right, yeah.
All right, Jamie, get your mic on there. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Jamie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I had no idea that Hawaii's Own was based out of Bellevue. Tell us a little bit about your company. First off, like Minute Maid, are you guys going to stop producing your delicious juices?
No.
No, good.
No, absolutely not. In fact, we're coming out with 100% orange juice.
When you say 100% orange juice, what do you mean by that?
So it's 100% orange juice concentrate. So instead of, you buy a bottle of orange juice off the shelf, that's already mixed with water.
So you're going to have, it's going to be in a can, ready to go, frozen. You guys are not going to go away. You're probably going to pick up a huge market share, I imagine, if Minute Maid's going away. This must be kind of a celebration day for you guys.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's exciting.
Spike.
So a little bit about your company. You guys just recently acquired Hawaii's Own. It was a trusted brand for decades. Were they getting out of the game? Did they need somebody to come in and swoop in and save the day? How did you guys acquire Hawaii's Own?
Hawaii's Own has been around since 1959, and it's always been a family-owned business. And we had the opportunity. We were close friends with the previous owners, and they were looking to retire. And we said, you know what? We're willing to jump in and take Hawaii's Own to the next step.
Fantastic. Quick question, because Spike and I were just yelling at each other a second ago.
Yeah.
There is this new proposal for a tax on sugary drinks, which would include...
Which is right now Seattle and proposed to go statewide.
It would go statewide, 3 cents an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
So how would that, as a company who would be affected by that, and I can only imagine it would be negatively, because you now have to justify to your customers, why do I have to sell something to you for more that yesterday you could buy for a cheaper price? So that's always a bad thing. And it hurts the bottom line. And Spike, I'm putting a face right in front of you so you see who it affects.
You're turning me over.
So, but here's the question. How would you guys as a company respond to something like that? Are you trying to figure out ways to save on production cost, or are you just trying to figure out like, all right, well, how do we reposition this product to justify that for our people who want to buy it? I mean, how do you guys... That would be a huge amount of money for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's definitely difficult, and we're always looking to be more efficient. Whether it's in our production or sourcing our ingredients, because unlike a lot of the frozen juices you see out there, a lot of it's domestic fruits, and it's byproducts of domestic fruits that are being picked. Not the whole fruit, right?
Every part of the orange some companies use.
Yeah.
Seeds, rinds,
Really?
twigs on the tree, they don't care.
Even the essence of an
Yes,
orange.
the essence,
Yeah.
right. These are orange things. We can make juice out of them.
I do like the essence of an orange. That
so
is nice.
we import majority of our fruits, whether it's guava, from Colombia or Brazil.
Well, yeah, you guys have exotic fruits. We don't grow a
Exactly.
lot of guava here in Washington State.
Yep.
So that
Yep.
makes sense.
Yep.
Moss
So-
we got, guava we need.
Yeah.
So we definitely have a nice point of difference in the category against some of our other competitors in the category. Having tropical, and tropical is so big, right? Tropical has become, a staple. I mean, Starbucks has a passion tea, right? Passion fruit tea.
Sure.
30 years ago, people didn't know what passion fruit was. People still today don't know what mangosteen is, and it's an amazing tropical fruit.
It is
right?
delicious.
So,
Have you not had mangosteen?
I've had mangoes.
You should try mangosteen.
mangosteen is pretty
Okay,
incredible.
cool. See, I'm learning every
A lot
day.
of good anti-something.
Antioxidants.
Antioxidants.
Yeah, it's a
How do you
natural
spell
sweetener
mangosteen?
as well.
Okay,
So-
cool.
You what?
How do you spell mangosteen?
It's mango and then
Mangosteen.
STEEN.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mangosteen. I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, it's good. But going back to your question, we have a pretty dedicated and loyal consumer at the end of the day. I mean, they know what they're going to get. Yep. They know they're getting quality. All of our fruits that we import are top quality purees and concentrates. Now, when it comes down to the sugar, I mean, you can't pull sugar out of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
At the end
Why
of
would
the day.
you want to? That's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants that?
Exactly. So, it's kind of handcuffing us a little bit in some ways.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Minute Maid, we did the story that they're ending this American iconic staple of American life. They cite a couple of things. There was a diminished sales of frozen concentrated juices from January of this year to last. It was an 8% decrease I saw in the sales, and it's leading them to make this market decision. They also cited an increase in the cost of their fruits. And imagine you guys are going through the exact same scenarios with your product. Have you found that to be true? Have you guys seen a decrease from year to year over concentrate? Because they think people just don't want to mix anymore at home. People have gotten too impatient.
People are lazy.
Too lazy. They just want to buy the bottle.
Yeah, the younger consumer didn't grow up with frozen juice. I'm in my 40s. I grew up with frozen juice. My parents grew up with frozen juice.
Staple in my house.
Spike, you remember when it was 40 feet of frozen juice, and that's how you had to buy your juice.
Absolutely,
back in the day.
you betcha.
The consumer has transitioned to more convenience now.
Yeah,
which
that's with most things in life, to be fair.
Which has repercussions too. I mean, you look at the carbon footprint of all these bottles, right? Plastic bottles that are being sold off the shelf. You look at just the freight going across country. If you're shipping from East Coast to West Coast, you're shipping full 46-ounce jugs of water and juice across the country.
Excellent point.
So there's some downsides. There's some upsides to frozen juice too, right?
Right on.
I think a major downside is just paying for water, right?
Yeah.
People say that about laundry detergent too, that most of it's just water, and it's better to buy the concentrate.
That is true.
Yeah.
And most bottled juices we find, they're from concentrate.
Yeah.
It's the same product that you guys are selling, and Minute Maid decided to stop selling. Like Laura said, we're going to put it in bottle for you. We're going to add water to it. We're going to ship the water to you.
Yep.
Charge you for that as well.
And by the way, rob your kids of the joy of mixing it with a wooden spoon.
Jake wouldn't be the man he is today if he hadn't taken on that responsibility every weekend for his family.
I attribute every success in life that I have
accountability,
to my concentrated juices.
Part of a team.
Yes, absolutely. It gave me a sense of pride.
Yes,
it gave me purpose.
I bet it did.
I was just this aimless child who didn't know what he wanted in life, and then I'd mix that juice, and everything suddenly made sense.
It's really the first thing any of us ever cooked, really.
That's true.
That's true.
Although I didn't cook my juice.
Yeah.
Question real fast, Jamie. On your guys' website,
Yeah.
you guys have a bunch of cool recipes.
We do.
I was looking at this. This is actually kind of fun. You guys have like cake recipes.
What?
People are using your product in like ways that are, not you wouldn't think of. They're not naturally. Give us just a taste of some of those.
Yeah, I mean, we get calls from breweries to order in bulk so that they can use our concentrate in their beers, right?
Oh,
to create
wow.
like a tropical IPA, for
I was going to say, I
example.
bet you it's huge with IPAs.
Yep. We have bakeries that reach out to us and ask if they can buy in bulk so they could use our guava nectar for their icing that they make.
Dude, I had
on their
no
cakes.
idea.
Isn't that cool?
This is a whole new world for me.
Here's what I want to.
I love to cook, and this is the.
I want to drive this home, Spike. That 3% tax, that 3 cents tax, that's who it's hurting. It's hurting great guys like Jamie Davis and his company Hawaii Zone. It's all the people that they employ. And I know it's being sold as an idea for like, let's keep everybody healthy. But people are moderating.
That's what sucked me in.
They're moderating their own health. They're doing those things already. You're just making it more expensive for them. You're discouraging them from being able to buy wonderful things like Jamie's product.
Oh, but you know what? Thank God, this HawaiiZones.com is the website. The recipes are there because Super Bowl Sunday is this Sunday. I know you're a Hawks fan. Your family's a 40-year season tickets. We were talking off the air. You will be finding passion fruit honey mustard at my Super Bowl party. Thanks to this man.
Are you going to try it?
You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to try this. You know me.
Good for you. And now I know where I can get limeades now because they're discontinuing. Minute Maid's discontinuing their limeades as well. Hawaii Zone's going to step in for me.
If you ever sell you guys ever sell your equipment? If you ever sell a bulk freezer, a big freezer, let us know. We'll get it for him for Christmas.
Yeah.
Stock it full
Stock
of,
it up.
full of limeade.
All right, that's Jamie Davis.
Yeah.
He's the owner of Hawaii Zone. Thanks for coming in, man. We really
thank
appreciate
you
it.
guys. Appreciate it.
It's a cool local business. It's fun to highlight a local business.
Yeah, it is.
And all the people you guys employ, good work. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, go Hawks. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Be right back.
we knew the foundation was strong.
Last year, everything was new.
But this?
We are going to the Super Bowl!
Doubters? What doubters?
We did not care. We've been playing dominant football all year.
Now, the stage is set to finish by claiming the ultimate prize. Seahawks Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff with Steve Rabel on the call. Sunday at 3:30 on the home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Nick, did you know this is called quit time? Did you know what that is?
I do not know.
That means right about this time of the year, people quit their New Year's resolutions.
Oh, kind of like last year.
Okay, never mind. The important thing is that both of us made a New Year's resolution that we would take better care of ourselves for each other. And we're holding to that.
We are not flaming out because...
Longevity Medical Clinic. So we get the support of Longevity. We told them what our goals were, and they're like, absolutely, we'll get you in line. So they support me, they support you, and then as a couple, they're making us accountable for the decisions we make. So we're not going to be quitting on these things. I can't remember what your New Year's resolution was around the house.
My New Year's resolution around the house was that I was going to try to get you to start putting things away.
And I was going to get you to actually learn how to cook a piece of chicken.
Oh, well, that's for next year.
Okay, fine. Either way, we've got a team behind us. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Big Trees is Washington's premier tree sales and transplant company. Looking for a big selection of big trees? Visit Big Trees in Snohomish or BigTreeSupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big trees.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Liver from New Nordic protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon or in stores at CVS, Wegmans, and now GNC.
It's about the people, friendly, knowledgeable experts who listen at Subaru of Puyallup. And it continues with stress-free pricing, a transparent process, and a high level of care throughout ownership. Enjoy President's Day specials available now. SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership.
I'm Chris Davis, former King County prosecutor and founder of the Davis Law Group in Seattle. If you've been injured in a crash caused by impaired or drunk drivers, there are special considerations that need to be taken to protect your legal rights. Davis Law Group's team of investigators and lawyers know how to properly investigate DUI crashes and identify all parties who might be legally responsible for your injuries and damages. Call Davis Law Group at 206-888-8888 or get my free book at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. All right, I want to play this audio clip. This was going everywhere. It's just viral on social media. I have a soft spot in my heart for this guy. B-Wags.
Who doesn't?
Bobby Wagner. Obviously, he's no longer part of the Seahawks, but he is just a phenomenal human being, it seems.
Great citizen. You bet, man.
I've never met him, but he just won a big award, a great big award, and he was up giving his acceptance speech. And he talked about his mom and all these different things. And just like when you listen to this guy, it's pretty obvious that he is a solid human being. So I want to play you a little bit of this speech, and I hope you enjoy it here. Let me pull up the audio. Hold on here, Bobby Wagner. There it is. This is the from his Walter Payton Man of the Year acceptance speech.
I really didn't think I was going to win this award. I almost didn't even come, to be honest. I'm glad I did. I want to thank the Payton family. I want to thank Nationwide for honoring me. I want to thank my family. I'm truly grateful for the love and support. I'm going to talk about my mom a lot, but before I do that, I want to talk about my dad because I feel like a lot of the times, you know, when my mom passed, that was the person that they asked about the most because they wanted to know how I was dealing with it. And my dad was right there and helping me out a lot. And he was kind of the silent person in my corner that doesn't get the love that he always deserves. So I want to take this time to thank him too. I didn't realize how hard it was to be a father until I got 2 kids of my own. And I realized there's a lot of work that goes unseen, a lot of sacrifices that they make, a lot of time spent away trying to provide for a family. And it made me appreciate the job that he did. So I'm truly grateful for him.
What an amazing guy. I mean, to be giving credit so much to his parents, I mean, it's pretty special.
You know, we don't have the time to play the entirety of his speech, but he also threw a lot of love to Seattle.
Yeah.
He said the foundation of who I am and who I represent and how I represent this league was built on my time with the Seattle Seahawks in the 12s.
Pretty cool.
Right.
It's amazing. It is unbelievable to me that he's been in the league as long as he has.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
He's not like he's not a Belichick type. He's not going to get passed over.
That's the weirdest story.
That's so crazy.
You know, we're going to talk prop bets later when we got Luke Ducey. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on down there in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Or San Francisco for the next couple days.
Yeah.
But also we're going to make some prop bets. We're going to discuss some prop bets that are out there, the things you can bet on in the Super Bowl.
If you live out of Washington State.
Well, or if you want to visit a casino and make a wager on prop bets. One of them is, will Robert Kraft be mentioned by the broadcasters?
He's got to be.
You got to lay a lot of money to get a little money in that kind of a bet. Yes,
especially because there's so much conversation happening about Seahawks ownership.
Right.
And the fact that he's got
snubbed.
Yeah.
He and you mentioned Bill Belichick. He got snubbed, as did Robert Kraft.
Why do you think they got snubbed?
I think they got snubbed because America views that organization as a cheating organization.
All the Deflategate,
whether it's Deflategate, Spygate, there's a lot of stuff about the organization that they can't get away from.
Do you think
that's the only way the NFL has to say we don't approve. They'll get in next year.
Do you think Bill Belichick's relationship with his much younger girlfriend has anything to do with the fact that he didn't get in?
No, I don't. I think it looks bad. It didn't sully his legacy on the accomplishments on the field because there's no way, shape, or form when you look at Kraft, the winningest owner in NFL history, or Belichick, the winningest coach in NFL history. There's no way these guys aren't solid lock, unanimous, first ballot Hall of Famers. No way.
How many Super Bowls does Belichick have? Is it 8?
Is it 7? I think
7
it's
or
7.
8? 7. Okay. That's insane.
It's nuts. Yeah.
And he's the winningest? You say he's the winningest coach of all
winningest
time?
head coach, Super Bowl head coach of all time. Winningest Super Bowl head coach of all time. And Kraft is the winningest Super Bowl owner of all time.
Now, they're judging him based on his performance as an NFL coach, not as a college coach.
Well, or as a man who likes a younger paramour, if you will. I'm trying to be as nice. And I mean, half the owners who vote on this are jealous out of their mind.
Do you think there's personal animus? It's not just the Deflategate stuff. Do you think maybe there's just personality things? Like, who knows why they vote no?
He's a cantankerous kind of guy, Belichick is. He's not a soft guy. I don't know Mr. Kraft or his personality. I think it's got to be
he's had controversy of his own.
He has, but it's got to be the. I think it's my opinion. I think it's got to be the scandals. It's got to be, and I think they'll get in next year. I really do. I think they'll be put back up for a nomination, and they'll get in. They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's not like they're gambling on the games. They didn't got Pete Rose, the guy.
It's funny. I heard somebody post online. I read somebody post online in response to Belichick not getting in, which everybody expected him to get in. I even saw an interview with Tom Brady, who was on Brock and Salk's show just the other day, and they asked him about it, and he's like, I don't know why he's not in. There's no coach in the world that I would rather play for than Belichick. Obviously, he had most of his success with Belichick.
You saw him. Did they seem kind of deflated, Tom, from that meeting? I mean, I don't know how they didn't get in.
But the joke was, they were saying Belichick waited 48 years for his girlfriend to be born. You don't think he can wait a couple years to get into the Hall of Fame?
Who said that? Was it Brady?
No, it was somebody online.
Great joke. Oh my gosh, that's a great joke. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention, of course, JSN named Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
Nick
so
Emawari came up second in the Defensive Rookie of the Year vote, and Coach Mike McDonald finished third in the AP's Coach of the Year awards. So it was chock full of great moments this year.
And the winner, Mike Verbel. Did you see that?
Yeah, Verbel.
All right, we got a lot coming up.
Did Cher give the award away? What the hell?
I don't know what it was. We got a lot coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
It's why we bake in the sun, out on the berm every summer at training camp. It's why we scream till it hurts. In the cold and rain, come fall and winter.
Listen to the 12th man.
It's why we're 12s. As the Seahawks look to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Seattle, it's why there's only one voice we want to hear tell the story.
We are going to the Super Bowl.
Don't miss Steve Rabel calling the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60, live and for free on the KIRO Newsradio app.
The Anime Washington and the Washington State Gaming Expo Super Convention is almost here. We have assembled a massive celebrity guest lineup on February 6th through the 8th in Puyallup. Meet the voices behind Final Fantasy, Naruto, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, One Piece, Spider-Man, Dragon Ball, Baldur's Gate, and so many more. Shop at hundreds of vendors, makers, and artists. Compete in the Tetris Regionals, Catan, Uno Elite, Smash, Tekken, Mario Kart, and so much more. Join us February 6th through the 8th at Washington State Fair and Event Center. Tickets on sale at animewa.com.
An organized home is a happy home and a happy homeowner. John Curley here. Closets by Design made me and my home happy. Experience the quality and backing of a national brand with friendly local Seattle service. From booking the appointment to a free in-home consult to installation day, Closets by Design will leave you wowed and clutter-free. Right now, get up to 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months financing and free installation. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule today.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody.
Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perungo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
2 more days until Super Bowl 60. The only station where you hear Steve Rabel call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The U.S. stock market roared back as tech stocks recovered much of their losses from earlier in the week, and Bitcoin's plunge leveled out, at least for now. CBS's Jason Brooks.
The Dow soared higher by more than 1,200 points as stocks rebounded from a week of heavy tech selling, with AI chipmaker NVIDIA leading the Dow's big rally, with big assists to Caterpillar, 3M, and Goldman Sachs. In addition to the Dow topping 50,000, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 also surged higher.
The NASDAQ closed up 2.2%, and the S&P 500 ended at almost 2%. Members of both houses of Congress can soon begin reviewing the Justice Department files on Jeffrey Epstein. CBS's Scott McFarlane.
Monday morning, 9 a.m. here in Washington, they're going to open the doors for members of Congress to come in and see the full Epstein case files, the many millions of pages not yet released. That's a provision under the law which required the file release.
No outside electronic devices will be allowed in the reading room. The White House has taken down a video posted on social media following a flood of criticism.
The White House blamed an unnamed White House staffer, saying that person, quote, erroneously made the post. It has been taken down. The post depicted former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes from The Lion King. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt initially defended the post, saying, quote, please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public, unquote. The video triggered widespread criticism, including from the only black Republican in the U.S. Senate, Tim Scott, who called it racist. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump called Senator Scott and, according to sources familiar with the call, told him that the repost was a staffer's mistake. It's day 6 of the search for Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. CBS's Andres Gutierrez reports that a deadline in an apparent ransom note came and went last night, but
a second deadline is coming up on Monday, but authorities are also being very careful about what they confirm because they do not want to compromise the case. They have also said that there has been no proof of life in this note.
A state trial date for Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in 2024, is set for June 8th in New York. His federal trial is scheduled for September. CBS's Katrina Kaufman tells us about an outburst from Mangione as he was leaving court today.
As he was being let out of court in handcuffs, he yelled out, and this is the first time we've heard him speak in that courtroom, and he said, same trial twice, 1 + 1 is 2. Double jeopardy by any common sense definition.
This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Coming up, we will catch up with the 12s in San Francisco ahead of the Super Bowl. But first, Nate Connors is at the real-time traffic desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Good news. We cleared a couple of our earlier big collisions. We'll start with the one in Fife South 5 at Porter Way. That is cleared. All lanes are back open. This one had a couple lanes blocked for about 45 minutes. And right now, we've got a 5-mile backup still that begins just around South 272nd. Federway to Tacoma take you 35 minutes. That's about a 25-minute delay still. Over in Kent, we cleared that collision southbound 167 just past the Green River Bridge. So this opens up a couple lanes as well. Right now, there's about a 4-mile backup that starts near South 180th. Renton to Auburn's going to take you a half hour. That's double the norm. And then further down the highway, we have heavy volumes between Algona and Sumner. All added up, it's about a 45-minute drive from north to south. And then North 5 in Seattle, scattered backups approaching the West Seattle Bridge across the Ship Canal Bridge. You do have a nice clear patch through the downtown core. It's about 25 minutes from bridge to bridge. And South 5 filling in from Northgate in the downtown, 20 minutes from Linwood to Seattle. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. Hawks fans have flocked to San Francisco to cheer on the team ahead of the Super Bowl. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is in the city by the bay.
12s have flooded downtown San Fran, invading enemy territory with their blue and action green.
It's been really fun.
100%. You can see the 12s from everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I think I hear more Go Hawks than anything else.
Yeah. Security around the 4-block radius at the NFL's fan experience is tight. Officers and canine units on every corner. That's not stopping 12s from partying before the big game, some 50 miles south in Santa Clara. In San Francisco, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
One person is dead after a police shooting during an attempted carjacking in Federal Way. Police were called to First Avenue South around 8:45 for a stalled vehicle that was later found to be stolen. That suspect ran, tried to carjack another driver, and an officer fired, according to police. Suspect, who police say had a gun, later died at Harborview. Video circulating online today appears to show an immigration arrest near Robbinswood Park in Bellevue this morning. That person shouting asylum in Spanish as masked agents and vest-labeled police pulled him from a van. Bellevue police now tell us federal authorities had already left when officers arrived. The department confirms Homeland Security was involved. We have reached out to ICE to learn more about that operation and the person who was detained. And two small-town mayors won big-time bets. Issaquah Mayor Mark Mullet, who officially renamed his city 12-Sequoia this week, made a Super Bowl wager with the mayor of Somerville, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston.
He wanted some iced tea he likes from Costco because Costco's headquarters is right here in Issaquah. So, yeah, he is picking his favorite Kirkland brand item, and we get a crap load of marshmallow fluff.
Mullet tells the Jason Redd Show on Seattle Red, marshmallow fluff, that's what he wants because it was invented in Somerville, Massachusetts. Now you know. Your weather update, we are seeing cloudy skies and also plenty of sun breaks. Highs in the low 60s today, right now 60 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. It's going to be a great hour, I promise. You can text us, Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line, 888-973-5476 if you want to get in on that. At the end of this hour, we're going to read some of the best text messages. It's a ton of fun. We enjoy it. This is a section of the show on Fridays where we get to look back on all the fun stuff we've done. It's like a little celebration. We like to tip our own hat or cap or whatever you call it, celebrating ourselves.
A little bit. But also, it's also an opportunity for folks. A lot of folks don't get to listen to all 3 hours, and I pity them. Yeah. It's not their fault. And we like to, maybe you missed a section of the show this week that we thought was stellar. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure we can share it with an audience right here, right now. The 2:30 hour.
We got a lot of good stuff.
We do. Can I ask Aaron Granillo, though, who's a bit of an expert on the subject, I think?
Yes.
You had the story about the mayor of Issaquah.
Yeah, 12-Sequoia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think Laura may have chosen that as her feature of the week because nothing rolls off the tongue like 12 Sequoia.
Hocktoma.
Hocktoma.
A little bit too close to Hocktua.
Hockweah was good.
Right.
I liked Isahawk. What do you? What?
That's pretty good.
Right?
Isahawk, yeah.
Isahawk.
I'm down with that, yeah.
Come on, it even rhymes with
Yeah.
Isahawk.
I'm getting on board with that.
Can I just say, real quick on these stupid wagers?
Oh, no, good. Okay, not names, the wagers.
The wagers.
Marshmallow Fluff?
I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to insult these people.
Okay.
They're never cool. They're always so cringy. Every time they do one of these, I look at these and I go, oh my gosh, just be a real person. I'm not saying this guy, whoever you just talked about. I'm not saying that.
Mayor of Issaquah.
I'm not, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm sure he's a nice fella.
And the mayor of Somerville, Massachusetts.
And the
There's no
governor
lobsters in
of
Somerville?
Washington and the governor of Massachusetts and
We're
the
sending
mayor
salmon.
of Seattle.
We'll send apples.
We got the best coffee. No, we got the best coffee. I want to get fish. You send me a shellfish.
How about winner gets to keep Microsoft, the entire corporate headquarters? How about
Play
that?
for something
There you go.
real,
Some
for crying out
shares
loud.
of Amazon or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Something useful or halfway interesting.
I was suggested earlier in the week that Michelle Wu's the mayor of Boston and Katie Wilson is the mayor of Seattle.
Yep.
Loser gets Katie Wilson for the year. Winner gets Michelle Wu. Right?
I think
Put some
both
skin in the game.
No matter who wins, you lose in that case.
I said to Mayor Wilson, and I blame this on bad staffing. Luke interviewed Katie Wilson last week, and I know I'm going to cut it on the best of time.
No,
but
it's
Luke interviewed Katie Wilson about your Super Bowl, right? What do you think? What do you serve at your Super Bowl party? I don't know. What do you eat at a Super Bowl party?
She didn't know?
She didn't know. And she's a new
These
mayor.
are day one on the job things you should know how to do.
This is bad staffing. This is bad staffing.
Someone needs to hold up like a huge cue card behind
you
Luke.
don't send a mayor. You don't send a mayor to the news authority in Seattle, KIRO News Radio, without being prepared. He asked her, "Do you
the
throw
hard-hitting questions?
Do you throw it at the one?" The mayor of Seattle needs to know the answer to that
Did
question.
she not know the answer to that?
She did not know. She guessed lucky. She goes,
she's from the East Coast.
I run it.
She's from the East Coast.
Yeah.
She went to Oxford until she dropped out, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. A week before graduation. Anyway. Anywho.
Here's the
these
thing.
Bets. Ugh.
You shouldn't need somebody to hold up a cue card to tell you what types of food to serve at a Super Bowl party.
Your team is in the Super Bowl.
There are correct answers and there are wrong answers.
Right.
The correct answer is anything fried. That's an easy one. She could just say anything that comes in a bag and goes crunch when you chew on it. That's another easy one.
Chips? Quizzitively.
Chips? Is chips an acceptable answer? Is anybody being offended if I say chips?
Don't you say a nice smoked salmon?
Sure.
Don't you say a nice Washington apple pie for dessert, an apple brown Betty, something?
If you feel you need the virtue signal, even in your Super Bowl entree options, then yes, you could say ridiculous local things.
Right.
I always provide applets and cotlets.
Right. A nice collection. Yes.
I always like to do a delicious Granny Smith apple.
Right.
From Washington.
From beautiful Wenatchee, capital of the world.
Beautiful Tillamook. Actually, no, Tillamook's not a local cheese. That's an Oregon.
Cheese.
Well, I would not have it at my Super Bowl party.
You'd have Cougar Gold.
I'd have a Cougar Gold cheese.
For the mayor. The governor should, not the mayor.
That's the answer these politicians give, and they're fake because they're not real people.
So you're saying you like the authenticity of our new mayor? Being clueless about the Super Bowl.
In a roundabout way, no, I don't.
Oh, I was going to say, there's honesty there.
No, that's not honesty. That's not honesty. She's looking for an answer. She's like, what do I say? Chips? Chips?
Dude, I don't know. I don't have... Yeah, I suggested that the loser has to pay for daycare for a year for the winner's family. How about that?
It'd be quite a load off for parents.
Right?
They'd love that.
Okay, get into
we
our
have
Friday favorites.
Get to. Let's get to it. All right, Laura, do you want to start us off?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, this just continues the conversation. I loved and hated all of the weird city rename ideas that we came up with and that the text line came up with. I think Twelvingham will probably stay in my head forever.
Twelvingham's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But Spike revealed on the break, and I thought we could reveal it to the audience, that when he was coming up with his list of different punny Seahawks city names, he was looking at the wall behind us, which is why we forgot about Tacoma. Hocktoma.
Hocktoma.
Hocoma.
Hocoma?
Tacoma.
Oh, Hocoma.
Hocoma.
Shrewd listeners will know that
Sounds like a
Tacoma is
disease.
not written on the myriad of words on the walls behind us.
We hired the marketing firm of all marketing firms to create this tributing wall decor in the studios. You can see the names of every city in the state.
Including Whidbey Island.
Whidbey
Leave
Island.
out your biggest
Mercer
listenership.
Lake Stevens, Shoreline, Kirkland, you name it, Kenmore, Redmond,
Yeah.
Poverty Rock, Mercer Island, excuse me, and no Tacoma.
I got a name for you. I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
There's no, because I'm looking at the wall right
Okay.
now. There's a name that you're going to have a tough time making a Hawk name.
I love a challenge.
Paulsbo.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. That's a legit tough one.
I call it Allentown, just out of tribute. It's just me.
Poles bow down to the Seahawks.
No, that's a Husky reference.
That's a Husky
Yeah,
reference.
I know.
Yeah.
Legion of Paul's Boom.
Paul's Boom.
I don't know.
It's
That's
tough.
antiquated. It's an
Yeah.
older. It's a historical reference. It's tough. That's tough.
It's a tough
It doesn't
one.
always work.
12's bow.
12 Sequoia.
12's bow.
I felt like we could have. We should.
I think 12's everything is good.
Settled.
Yeah.
Settled.
12's bow wins.
If 12 Sequoia is allowed,
Yeah.
then 12's bow
12's bow is
absolutely should be.
We accept that.
Puyallup
says
feels
yes.
like we should have been able to do something with it, and we couldn't crack that one. So if anyone on the Muckleshoot
They've been
Casino
trying to do
Resort
something
text
with
line,
Puyallup for
12
decades.
yeah, other than the fair,
Twelmerton. 12 Martillo. 12 Sway. 12 works for everything.
Ocotillo. Come on.
There you go.
That's easy.
Auburn, the Pats jerseys.
Those were fun names. Spike, do you have a story you want to get to?
I wanted to. My Friday favorite this week had to be our interview with Rod Marr, official team photographer of the Seattle Seahawks.
He was fantastic. We got so many compliments on that interview. So many text
Rod Marr
messages.
was started with the Seattle Times and has now evolved his career to become the official team photographer of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
He's caught some of the most iconic memory moments of this team's success over the decades. You may name the moment that sticks in your mind. If you can visualize it, Rod Marr took that picture.
Well, you're probably seeing it in your head because he took the picture that you're remembering.
Picture. That's
Yeah.
right.
He's amazing.
And he shared some photos with us. But some of the things when we asked him about his career and how he got where he is and how he gets the shots he gets.
Sure.
Laura has a couple highlights from that interview.
Yeah. So what separates pros from amateur photographers? I thought was so interesting.
So if I just photograph him standing up, he's on a football field. But if I get low, then I see the arches of Lumen Field.
Yeah.
And so,
So
I
smart.
think one of the things that separates professional photographers from non-pros is I'm always thinking about the background because the background's going to help me tell his stories.
He had, with that particular photo was Big Cat.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment they'd won the NFC Championship. And like Rod said, instead of just framing him a big guy walking on the field in a joyous moment, he framed him from below with the arch
backlit
of the
by the
stadium and
Lumen
the
Field,
lights of
bright
Lumen.
lights.
When he captured Coach McDonald and GM John Schneider together,
Hugging.
He followed Mike McDonald around because he knew that he and Schneider would have that moment of a celebration and accomplishment, and he caught that moment
That's
for
the cool
us.
thing. Do we have that clip? We'll play it.
Not that one.
Okay,
yeah,
but the cool thing about that is he had to have in his head, he has to know, because he was talking about how important it is to tell stories. You're not
Yes,
just taking
every
pictures, you're
photos,
telling
yes,
stories.
yes.
And so for him, he's like, you know what? Schneider took a risk hiring this guy.
Right.
And it's been 2 years now, and just in a short time period, he's totally revamped this team, and now they're going to the Super Bowl. They're going to want to celebrate that moment. So he had to think about all that in his head ahead of time and then go and follow those guys. I mean, that's such a cool thing.
It's experience.
It's experience. And he also has to know, he was talking about this, which is really cool. Go back and listen to the full interview. It's fascinating. He has to know all the generic types of plays that they might run in a certain situation, which player they're most likely to go to, so that he can position himself to be in the best spot to capture that photo.
Right.
Which means he has to know a ton about football.
Yeah.
And what the defense is doing, because that tells him what the offense might do. It's fascinating.
And he doesn't just catch game action. He's the team's official photographer. He catches moments of post-game, pre-game, travel, all these moments together. And he gave us some insight as to the Laura, play the bit about the this game.
Kind of the mindset
Yes.
before a huge game like the Super Bowl.
I mean, one of the things before the 2013 Super Bowl, I remember Chris Richard, who was the defensive backs coach, telling the players, like, don't go out there and give 110%. Don't think this is the biggest game of your life. Like, do what you've always done. You give 100%. Don't try and cover up for a mistake someone else makes. If everyone just does their job, we will be successful because you've trained for this and you're good at it. So So I try and keep that in mind. And that way, the moment never gets too big anymore.
Asked him if shooting a Super Bowl was different than shooting just a week 9.
Yeah.
He said, no. It's just knowing the game, knowing the players, and he has this insight and this. He's part of that family, that team. He really is part of the team. And he's a part of the team that lives with all of us, probably more connected to us than any of the players or coaches are.
Well, we're seeing his point of view all the time.
Exactly.
It's cool, too, because he was talking about, getting on the bus and going with the team. And
with the 12s, lining the route.
Which means he gets to be in that atmosphere of those guys. Yeah. He's a silent observer because he's a camera.
Right.
But he's there, and he's having all those experiences. I'm sure he knows them all super well. Yeah. I remember when I was a ball boy for the Sonics, that was such a cool part of the job, is you get to be in the locker room hanging out with these guys outside of the press and the view of the public, and you get to see their real personalities. God bless them. Professional athletes, they know when there's a camera on them, like any of us do, and you're behaving in a certain way.
Yeah.
But when you get to see the guy behind the famous guy, that's a fun place to be, and he gets to, he's there for it all the time.
And he lets us into that world.
Yeah.
He's our gate to that world.
Yeah, very cool. All right, I'm going to change mine up a little bit. I was going to do some Jamie Peterson audio, but I'm going to change mine a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to do the Savannah Guthrie stuff, and not because it's my favorite. I don't love that this is happening, but this story has just been so surreal to observe from a distance and to watch.
Yeah.
And the idea, so Nancy Guthrie is Savannah Guthrie's mom. Savannah Guthrie, of course, from the Today Show fame. Super famous person. We're now seeing a new report that there is a new message that has gotten its way to the Guthrie family. And as we kind of sit here and watch from a distance, there's all this stuff happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
With the Guthrie family and with local law enforcement and with national
law enforcement. Yeah, you bet.
You have FBI coming in.
Yep.
And this family is just going through, hopefully, what is the worst time of their life right now. I mean, hopefully there's nothing that eclipses this.
Right.
And it's just, they're kind of in hell right now. But they put out this statement, which was just such a powerful statement. I'm just going to play a second of this. This is Savannah Guthrie, flanked on either side by her sister Annie and then her brother Cameron. And they're making a plea to whoever abducted their mom, who's 84 years old and needs to be returned because she should, but also because she has health issues. She needs certain medication. Time's critical. We're now at day 6 from when she was taken. And this was just a little clip of Savannah Guthrie and her siblings making an appeal to whoever took their mother to please open up the line of communication. They want to talk. They want to get her back in whatever way possible.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She's 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
So this was 2 days ago that they put this out.
Yeah.
Her brother Cameron then yesterday put out another video saying that we want communication with you. We have had no communication with you, but we want communication with you. And as I'm listening to these things, I mean, just beyond the heartbreak and how awful it is, you're sitting there going like, I wonder what kind of conversations are happening behind the scenes. Like the way that they're sitting in the video and the messages that they're communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Have they been told to say certain things?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to sit in certain ways that they've been asked? Because if the ransom notes are legitimate, if at least one of them is legitimate, they have arrested somebody for a fake
ransom note.
For a fake note, which the FBI said yesterday. They're telling people like, do not send fake things. We will find you and we will arrest you and charge. It's a felony.
To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions. We have made one arrest related to an imposter ransom demand, and a complaint will be presented to a magistrate judge later today.
So I was reading into that the false demand.
Yeah.
Apparently what happened was you had a guy who, I mean, just the crazy people who come out of the woodwork in a situation like this. I can't even imagine what goes on in somebody's head. Obviously just thinking they can score some, an easy buck.
Yeah.
what this guy apparently did was he found on some website, he found some contact information for Guthrie's sister and was able to reach out via text message. And he put his message through an app that he thought would cloak his actual number. But the FBI is very good at tracing these things down.
Yes,
and
they
they
are.
quickly found through the app the email associated with the number. They found the guy. They were able to get, through, obviously there's warrants and everything that happened, and they were able to find the guy. And he was apparently telling the Guthrie family, asking about the Bitcoin exchange and wanted. It's just, they're dealing with this from how many different people? I mean, that's just one guy.
There are thousands and thousands.
There
And they
must
say
be thousands of
they
tips
investigate
coming in.
every lead, every tip. They thoroughly investigate and vet these.
And we still don't even know for sure that she was taken. I mean, that's the prevailing theory right now is that she was taken. But they can't say for sure because the cameras went off in a very weird sequence.
Yeah.
And they're still just kind of in the dark about what's happening. And it's now day 6. We had a really good guy on earlier. If you guys missed our show earlier in the week, we had an investigator on with us who kind of walked through how you start an investigation like this when you know very little. Like, where do you start looking? And it's about interviewing people who might know the family, who might have come across the family. She apparently was in an Uber the night she went missing on her way over to her daughter's house for dinner.
Yeah.
She was then driven back by her daughter's husband and dropped off at her house. He was the last person to see her. So you just have to talk to everybody. And, we're now heading into day 6. It'll be day 7 tomorrow. So, prayers to the Guthrie family. Everybody's following that story so closely. And we'll see what happens. And oh, man, it would be so amazing if she was returned.
I'm hopeful.
Alive. I mean, what a joyous end to such a nightmare of a story.
Hope and prayers for the family.
Absolutely. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Let's move off of that. That's dark stuff. But let's move over to some Seahawks stuff. Luke Ducey, who's down in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Right now.
Yeah.
He is down in Super Bowl Central, and we will talk to him next. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Davis Law Group.
Since the beginning, 50 years ago, KIRO has been the only place where the 12s have listened to the Seahawks.
Man wide open, touchdown Seahawks. Steve Rabel made the catch.
And Sunday, the tradition continues.
The Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl.
When Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman bring you the call of Super Bowl 60 between the Seahawks and the Patriots. And like every other Seahawks game, the only place you'll hear it is KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice. DayandNight.net. Save $1,700 when you have Day and Night match your current furnace with a qualifying AC or heat pump.
Your furnace is lonely all by itself, but it doesn't have to be. With our Matchmaker Special, we'll match your furnace with a perfect air conditioner or heat pump to keep your furnace company and your home comfy all year round.
Match your furnace to a qualifying cooling system and save $1,700.
DayandNight.net.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
Remember that time we were driving through France and for some reason we didn't have GPS?
Oh, for some reason? That reason would be that you didn't plug your phone in because you didn't have a charger.
Yeah, because I let you borrow my phone so you could call your mother, and you're on the phone for like 30 minutes telling her where we are. But that aside, we didn't know where we were going. We did fight a little bit because we didn't know where we were going. I think that Longevity Medical Clinic is like the GPS for us. They tell us which turns to make. They tell us which directions to go, right?
They do. And now I feel like the two of us together have a clear path and we have more control over our own health care.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to get out of the car and try to find information somewhere. It's all right there. As you're aging, all the little sort of turns you have to make in order to be able to have lots of energy and to enjoy your life. So for as far as I'm concerned, Longevity Medical Clinic is our GPS. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com. An organized home is a happy home and a happy homeowner. John Curley here. Closets by Design made me and my home happy. Experience the quality and backing of a national brand with friendly local Seattle service. From booking the appointment to a free in-home consult to installation day, Closets by Design will leave you wowed and clutter-free. Right now, get up to 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months financing and free installation. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule today.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T-level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. The 12s have descended on San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. They have flown in from all around the country. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports from San Francisco.
Gotta tell you, this area has been overrun with 12s.
Feels good. You know, you see a lot of people on the street and they say, "Go Hawks."
It's such a vibe. Everybody is just so excited, and then everybody treats you like family, and it's just such a fun time.
I've never met a single bad 12-man fan, so, you know, it's phenomenal.
There's three people right there. One was from San Diego, one was from Florida, and one was from Walla Walla.
Seahawks Super Bowl run is becoming big business for sports apparel shops. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Audley reports they're seeing record-setting sales.
The Pro Image Sports across from Lumen Field is busy and bustling.
Nothing but complete excitement and mayhem in a good way.
It's selling the most gear out of more than 180 Pro Image shops across the country.
Set an all-time record on the conference championship game, and it was a blast in here. We pretty much had shoulder-to-shoulder customers all around.
It beat out stores in L.A., Philly, and Denver.
Investors were busy buying on Wall Street today with big tech stocks recovering losses from earlier this week. CBS's Jason Brooks has those numbers.
The Dow soared higher by more than 1,200 points as stocks rebounded from a week of heavy tech selling, with AI chipmaker NVIDIA leading the Dow's big rally, with big assists to Caterpillar, 3M, and Goldman Sachs. In addition to the Dow topping 50,000, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 also surged higher, overcoming a rough day for Amazon.
Amazon was the big outlier today. Its stock fell again more than 5% after the company announced it plans to invest $200 billion this year on capital expenditures, things like AI and satellites. Debates over a proposed millionaire tax started today in Olympia. King County Executive Gurmai Zahalai is on board.
I think this is such an important bill for many reasons, including providing more balance to our state's regressive tax code.
Former State Attorney General Rob McKenna, not a fan.
If this legislature wants progressive income tax, it should send an amendment to the voters for their decision.
The proposal would put an income tax on people who earn more than $1 million a year. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 2:33. Here's Nate Connors.
This one's brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, close to a 50-minute commute this afternoon. The north end is slow from South 212th to 277th from an earlier crash. The south end is really heavy approaching State Route 18 into Puyallup. Federal Way to Tacoma is cleared out nicely from our earlier collision near Porter Way. Less than 15 minutes now to make this trip. We do have scattered slowing from about South 320th through that Fife curve. This backup has westbound 18 jam-packed from the West Valley Highway all the way over to the freeway. South 5 in Seattle at I-90, we've got a new collision blocking the HOV lane. Bumper-to-bumper traffic starts in the U District. It's about 25 minutes between Linwood and Seattle. And North 5, we're looking at scattered backups from the Michigan curve across the Ship Canal Bridge, where 2 left lanes remain closed to revive I-5 work. Close to a half hour to make it through downtown Seattle. Get ready for a night of hard-hitting MMA excitement with WFC 190, April 25th at the Emerald Queen Casino. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Pleasant weather this afternoon, just some high clouds mixing with sunshine, highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. Rain tomorrow, showers on Sunday, with a few areas of dry weather for Super Bowl Sunday. Right now, 60 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are I think we can say hours now. We're a short many hours away from the Super Bowl. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be so much fun.
49 hours if you're counting.
Is it 49 hours?
Yeah, it is.
I don't like
it's
that number.
2:30 now. 3:30
like that
kickoff.
number.
49 hours.
I guess since they're not in the Super Bowl, it's fine. But. All right,
Whiny
Seahawks
Niners.
Though. Seahawks are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they are.
It's going to be a great game. Luke Ducey, our very own reporter, he flew down to not Santa Clara. He's in San Francisco. At Super Bowl Central there. Luke, tell us, what's the crowds like down there?
Hey, Happy Blue Friday, first of all, everyone. Yeah.
Oh, there he
San
is.
Francisco. Yeah. So here's the deal. You could probably see me and hear me at the same time right now, and I'm probably on a delay because we're on an Airlink right now. I'm going to step out of the way, and I'm just going to kind of talk you through what we're seeing here. And I'm at the Media Center in downtown San Francisco, right across the street from the NFL Experience. This is what I wanted to show you, Radio Row. This is what our booth looks like. 710 Seattle Sports, our sister station, with the Wyman and Bob show right here. And you can see with all of these areas throughout this whole, Radio Row, you've got a tiny little section wedged in here, these 10 by 10 foot areas. Yeah. And then you've got, I want to kind of walk past here. Hey, what's up? We're live. Gary Horker, KIRO 7 TV. If we point over to the right and we'll kind of walk in here, then you've got clusters of people every now and then. And that's Landon Donovan.
They're interviewing other teams' mascots.
That's right. Well,
Can they
okay.
talk, the mascots?
There's Eddie the Eagle right there. But you got clusters like this of a bunch of different celebs and old players, NFL players. Let's keep walking. And we have met quite a few. Like John Gruden, we got him to sign a 12 flag of ours not too long ago. Coach Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, is out here too. Cam Scadaboo is around here somewhere, the New York Giants running back. But
is he just running into walls?
Yeah, look for a hole in the wall. That's where he was recently.
He is. Oh, I tell you, we tried to get close to him. And he was just surrounded by people. Just giving you a flavor of how how it works here. It's just so tight. And then in all these booths that you're seeing, you could be talking about someone from a different country, speaking a different language right next to you, and you're trying to concentrate on what you're doing. It's really kind of exciting and cool. A lot going on, head on a swivel. But I tell you what, things here in San Francisco are crazy. I've seen so many 12s. here, outnumbering Patriots fans by, God, so many. But, you know, the scary thing is for both of our teams, we're in the Super Bowl, and it makes sense if you think about it. There are more San Francisco 49er fans here by far at all these events, especially the NFL experience. Yeah, 10-1. You know what? They are not friendly. They do not like us.
Really?
I've asked several police officers.
Why?
I've asked several police officers to come, hey, can you sign our 12 flag? And they, heck no, I will absolutely not do that.
I appreciate that, actually. I think that's kind of fun. I like that.
Good for them for hating us.
I have more respect.
Feeling is mutual.
I have more respect. I would love to be on camera, but I think that it might be confusing because my voice might be on a delay. But
no, you're good.
That's what's happening here. Okay, if it's working, that's what's happening here down in San Francisco between here and Radio Row, and then right across the street with the NFL experience. I will talk about security in these places too. Every corner and everywhere, and you'll probably see it in this shot here too. There are police and canine units, and they're not sniffing for drugs. And there are barricades on the sidewalks, and they have cordoned off and stopped traffic about a 4 blocks of the city around this area. So security is really tight. You got to go through metal detectors each time you go in and out of a building as well. So, you know, that's kind of spooky, but at the same time, you know, it makes you feel good, makes you feel safe.
Who's the most famous person that you know has been there since you have been there?
Ooh, Gary Horker. That's easy. I just saw the guy. Man.
You know who we just passed Eli Manning. He's around here somewhere.
Did you really?
Yeah,
you know, just go hand in the phone. Just be like, I love your Manning cast.
Take our phone.
Super fun.
You know, we got Miss USA to sign our 12 flag as well.
All right.
Rondé Barber. Yeah. Patrick is our doing the camera work for us. Patrick, who's the most? You've been here longer than I. Who's the most famous person you've seen all weekend?
Ooh, most famous person I've seen all weekend. For me personally, it'd probably be the crew from Workaholics or John
No
Gruden.
way.
I'd say
Who?
those are the two.
Have you not seen Workaholics?
No. Oh, the TV show.
Gosh,
yeah,
so
okay.
funny.
God,
actually,
you're just a kid.
I saw.
Yeah.
There
Here's
was a
Bart Starr, but give me the crew from Workaholics.
Speaking of San Francisco fans and players, I saw Adam Devine, right? He's from Workaholics. Patrick probably can't hear me, but hopefully Luke can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So he was in a movie called Pitch Perfect, Adam Devine.
Sure, yeah, you bet.
And he's in the Here Comes Trebles.
Yeah,
he's like a
great,
acapella
great
singer.
actor, yeah.
So he got a bunch of the San Francisco guys, because they're not doing anything right now, to all dress up in Here Comes Treble outfits, and they were outside at Super Bowl Central, just like acapelling.
That's great.
The crowd.
That's great.
Which is super fun, but that's just the atmosphere. It's just like a giant party down there. It must just be.
It is now fans can't get into this area. I want to make that clear. But there were thousands at the NFL experience yesterday. There are going to be thousands more, and I guarantee there'll be more 12s here than anyone else. I will tell you a funny thing as well. We're walking up to this Patriots radio network. It's called Patriots. They've changed the banner. It's now they're
it's called
talking
Loser
Patriots
101.5.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, no, Semana Patriots in Brazil. I don't know what that is, but we took our 12 flag up there and we held it up and said, anyone want to sign this? The Patriots fans, New England. You know what their first reaction was? They wanted to. They actually said this. I don't know if I should say it on the radio. I'm going to anyway. Should we urinate on it?
Jeez Louise.
Man,
you know what?
They threw a cup of Dunkin' at it. That's what they do. They throw Dunkin' Donuts at it, coffee at it.
There's also this. Now, I'm going to hush my voice a little bit because there's also this.
Treble makers. I've been corrected. It's the treble makers. Sorry.
There are players here, and we look at them, and we know that's a player. We don't know who that is, though. And we feel really dumb. But some of the players, and we're not the only ones, we've had someone autograph our 12 flag that we've been bringing around, and then a bunch of us media, I'll ask each other, who was that? And it was a starting linebacker for the Eagles.
Okay.
You just didn't know who it was?
Hey,
you might be talking to a famous person.
Quick
You just
interview
don't know.
Seattle sports.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
1 minute.
Yeah,
man, you're tall.
Yes, I am.
I would hate to block you.
Yeah. You fortunately wouldn't have to block me because I'd spend time blocking. So I play left tackle.
Why not come over to the Seahawks and play for us?
Man, I'm very comfortable where I'm at in Cincinnati. Man, I'm in a good spot. So.
How tall are you? 6'8"?
6'8". Yep.
You're 6'8".
I am, man. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
How you loving things down here? The experience, the fans.
Yeah.
What's
it's
it like?
awesome, man. It's always fun being here at Radio Row. I think San Francisco is doing it really big. It's been a lot of fun here over these last few days.
Awesome. Hey, thanks a lot for taking the time.
Yep.
Love that. I love the keychain, man.
Luke, who are we talking to? Who is this?
Luke. Luke
just faded away. Luke, are you still there? All right. Let's.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Who are you talking to?
Okay,
We're in the middle of it. We're live on the radio. You're just talking to like a tall guy.
I know. I just grabbed him. He's a 6'8" left guard for the Cincinnati Bengals. And
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
just
sure
grab
of his
him.
name.
You might
That's
tap
my
him on the
point.
shoulder and say hello. I wouldn't grab him. What did you?
That's a big man.
Who was it?
I don't know.
You don't
That's
know.
my point. I don't know.
Who is it, Spike?
Well,
Who is it?
grab
6'8"
people.
left guard. Who
I
is
think
it?
it's Arius Mims.
Someone look it up.
Go back and look
I
him.
think it's
Go
Arius,
back and say, are you Arius Mims?
Arius Mims. Amarius Mims.
Amaris Mims.
Don't go back and
him.
ask him.
Amaris Mims. I knew
6'8", 350. That's him.
He's
Yeah.
a big man.
Ooh, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you an inside story. You ready for this?
Sure.
So we're standing here right about where we are, and there was one player that walked by. Everyone else signed our flag except for one player, and he was about to, and he made 2 steps forward, and his handler said, no, we don't have time. Cam Newton.
Shut up.
Cam Newton refused to sign
Why
our
wouldn't
flag.
Cam Newton sign it?
Well, his handler said no. Everyone else in the world did.
How
except for
ridiculous!
him.
How
Cliff
ridiculous!
Averill signed it.
How ridiculous was the hat he was wearing? Cam Newton.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Right?
It looked pretty good. Looked pretty expensive. But
Listen, people who don't sign our flags or people who threaten to urinate on our flags, we don't have time for them.
Right?
Yeah.
What is that all
we'll
about?
talk. Listen, we'll talk to. What was his name again?
Amarius Mims.
Amarius
6'8".
Mims.
Yeah, first round pick out of Georgia. That's a baller you found.
is a big
you got a good
fella.
eye for
Dude.
talent, my friend.
Thank
Can you imagine?
scared me.
Can you imagine being born with the genes to be 6'8",
350.
350 pounds?
And he runs faster than you or me ever could dream of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. God bless him. Good for him.
Consecutive
all right, Luke
back-to-back
Ducey, thanks for
national titles,
thanks
yeah.
for all this. Thank you, Patrick, for the camera work. Have fun down there, fellas.
We will. Hey, take care.
All right, go Hawks. He jumped off before he said go Hawks.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We have a lot more coming up. We got your text messages next. Lots of fun stuff. Stick around. We're going to be right back.
A one-hander! Are you kidding me? JSN!
Congratulations, Jackson Smith.
He and Jigba, you know, he's sicker than most when he run the post.
The NFL's AP Offensive Player of the Year, rewriting the Seahawks record books with his electrifying season.
JSN has it! Touchdown! Seahawks!
And this is where you hear Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call Super Bowl 60 Sunday at 3. KIRO News Radio.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
Worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
That's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchy's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member, you get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchy's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchy.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
John Curley here. We value things that last. Local businesses, relationships, community. That's Madrona Financial and CPAs. They've been serving Washington families for decades, combining taxes and and investments under one roof. Most firms just do one or the other, but not both. That's why Madrona offers the Madrona Analysis, a simple review of income, taxes, and investments in one plan. Call 833-673-7373 for your complimentary Madrona Analysis. Madrona Financial and CPAs, local, trusted, and here to put the whole picture together.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Compassion, communication, results. That's Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com. That's pendergastlaw.com.
Say goodbye to clogged gutters and climbing ladders. With K-Guard by Guardian, leaves stay out, water flows freely, and your home stays protected year-round. Enjoy true peace of mind. No maintenance and no rust. Choose from a variety of colors to match your home's look and boost your curb appeal. Ready for hassle-free gutters? Protect what matters most with Guardian, the original Make Your Roof Last company. Visit GuardianRoofing.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thank you all so much. What a fun day today. We had some fiery conversations. We had some great guests. We just had everything, which is
a good show.
What the show's trying to deliver you.
Good show.
Another great week, everyone. Laura, great job. If you guys are missing out on all the great stuff we're posting on social media, Laura is just crushing it right now. So you should do all of our social media stuff. Check it out.
I am.
Well done. All right. Can I also do another little shameless self-promotion?
Sure.
My good buddy tonight is playing a musical concert somewhere.
Who could
Spike,
that be?
where is that going to be at?
Oh, my gosh. Thank you. We're playing the Chalet in the Claw, Enum Claw.
Fantastic.
Having a little Blue Friday Spike and the Impaler show tonight. Yeah.
What a fun Friday night.
Right? And this a crowd that is already in a good mood when they get there.
Everybody. Super Bowl week is already fun, but when it's your team playing in the Super Bowl, it absolutely feels like Christmas to me.
Yeah.
So
that's why my lights are up.
What time? Yeah, all right, I'll give it to you.
Doors at 7, shows at 8.
Doors at 7, shows at 8.
Yeah, thank you.
And if somebody swings by, are they going to be able to maybe get a little picture with you?
Sure, I'll
You'll
sign
say
anything.
hello.
You bet.
Fantastic. All right, don't miss out on that show tonight. And that's in the Claw. Is that right?
That's one of the prop bets. Is will Spike have to sign a human body part tonight?
Can you give us one of these prop bets?
You know
real
what? We
fast,
never
and then
got
we'll
to
do
this.
some text
I know.
messages, but we have fun prop bets.
Prop bets, of course. You know what you bet on the length of the national anthem. You can bet on the coin toss. Who scores first? Will the first score be a yada yada yada? Who wins the MVP? More passing yards, more running yards. Who does? But I'll have the ones like, will the first commercial of the Super Bowl after the start of the game officially? What will it be? Beer, auto, tech, food?
Ooh,
right. Will the first commercial feature a celebrity this year? Yes or no?
That's a great. Okay,
Right?
they're usually always celebrities.
But
I gotta be in my bonnet.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of the Super Bowl commercials already. They
I have
pre-released
too.
them.
I have too.
And I don't like this thing that they're doing now. I understand why they're doing it, but it takes away so much of the fun of the Super Bowl. Is
the magic
stick around and you watch the commercials.
Best part of some years. It's the best part of the game.
Yes, and now I can watch Ben Stiller and Benson Boone be hilarious, which is going to be an ad. I can watch they post them all ahead of time on
I've
YouTube.
seen a bunch of them already. Will there be a movie trailer played before halftime?
And you can bet money on all these things.
You can bet money on all these things. 2-point conversion attempt. Will the last play of the game be a scoring play to win the game? You can bet on all these things.
It's crazy.
There's a bet that you know how they always feature the music of the team playing. Seattle will be playing there'll be a grunge. There'll be grunge music at some point transitioning into commercial.
And what song will it be?
Well, it was of the big four: Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam was the heavy favorite.
Really?
Then this freaky amount of betting came in.
I'll bet you it's on Nirvana.
On Soundgarden. Soundgarden went from being the longest shot to
must
being
know
the heavy
something.
favorite. Somebody they're worried that somebody who has inside information at NBC who's covering the game knows what's going to be gone to.
Somebody's going to make their entire retirement on this stupid Soundgarden bet.
Because somebody's playing Spoon Man into a commercial break while they feature what's first landmark, Alcatraz or Golden Gate?
That they show on camera?
That they show on camera in the Super Bowl official Super Bowl broadcast. Will be pregame. Alcatraz. That's the one bet you and I will make. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Golden Gate.
I do too.
I think it's going to be Golden Gate.
You can't start with Alcatraz.
I'll start. I mean, if you're taking the Golden Gate, I'll take the Alcatraz.
I was going to go with Homeless Encampment because it's a long shot and it pays a lot more. But I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not quite as visually
It's my
appealing.
retirement.
Okay. Well, how much are we betting? Jeez Louise. All right, let's read some of these text messages before we run out of time.
Sorry, guys.
No, we're good.
No, we got
away.
more city name puns for the Seahawks, and people added submissions for some of the hardest ones, which were Poulsbo and Puyallup. B and Puyallup says McDolesbo.
Is that like
Mike McDonald?
A McDonald?
McPaulsbo?
You can't. It has to be immediately recognizable. You have to do.
Oh no, I think it's better when it's not.
That's like a separate. That's like the Kevin Bacon game.
Right.
Like
6 degrees of
6 degrees.
Seahawk.
There's too much difference there. You need to.
Then there's Puyallen. Does that work for Puyallup? Puyallen.
Paul Allen up.
Right.
All right. John in 573 says I can do one for Poulsbo. He says. Pull Super Bowl 2026. Pull Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Paul Super Bowl.
Pull Super Bowl.
Rolls off the tongue.
Sure
That's
does.
nice. I like it. Let's go with that one.
Leaving your lights up to all the Seahawks. Aaron in Auburn says Jake is out of his mind. Not supporting the 12s with Christmas lights, blue and green lights specifically. Boom.
Here what I will say, Aaron. I'm not seeing Christmas lights that are blue and green that I'm mad at.
Okay.
What I'm mad at is Christmas lights.
My lights. You're mad at my lights.
Do you have blue and green Christmas lights?
There's a blue and a green in there, but they're multicolored.
But they're traditional
It's
Christmas
the same ones
lights.
have been up since November.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Pam in Arlington says she got the idea from Spike to keep her Christmas lights up until after the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, and that her husband will be happy to put them away on Monday.
Nice. Good job, Pam. All right. That's actually all the time we have.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
We're out of time. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Go Hawks.
Everybody loved canned fruit juice, by the way. Everybody.
Yeah. Go Seahawks.
Go Hawks.
Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this week. We'll be back on Monday. We'll do it again, and hopefully we'll be celebrating. Go Hawks.
It's why we bake in the sun out on the berm every summer at training camp. It's why we scream till it hurts. In the cold and rain, come fall and winter.
Listen to the 12th man.
It's why we're 12s. As the Seahawks look to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Seattle, it's why there's only one voice we want to hear tell the story.
We are going to the Super Bowl.
Don't miss Steve Rabel calling the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60, live and for free on the KIRO Newsradio app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well,
I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
See country star Aaron Lewis and the Stateliners at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, March 24th at 8 p.m. And now an added show on March 25th. He's a multi-platinum artist whose raw lyrics and powerhouse vocals have captivated fans for decades. Now he and his band, the Stateliners, are coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Get your tickets now to see Aaron Lewis at muckleshootcasino.com.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive home and auto bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
30 years ago, Davis Law Group was founded to be the best law firm for our clients and our community. Our core values are to win, help, and serve. It means our success is defined by the difference we make in our clients' lives and the impact we can have in our community. Not by giant settlement checks or shiny offices. Our mission to lift up the vulnerable extends beyond the courtroom to our charity partners, promoting safety, uplifting students, accident victims, foster youth, and the elderly. If you've been injured and want better results for your claim and for all of Washington, call Davis Law Group today.
2 more days until Super Bowl 60, the only station where you hear Steve Label call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM and